Time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the KVJ show. Happy Wednesday. How the heck is everybody? All right, yeah. Very nice. Good to see you guys today.
You
Looking
too.
Fantastic.
Well,
yeah.
we feel it.
It's good.
Yeah.
I got caught in the rain coming to work.
Oh, you did?
It's hard to start your day with a wet face when you have makeup on. I know you guys don't get that, but when you put on makeup and then you get it wet, it ain't good.
I've actually done that before when we've done a bit where I've had makeup on and I started walking chewy and then the rain pours and I look like I have
You're doing the walk of shame.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not a good look.
Yeah. Well, I think y'all look fantastic. Jay Bird, your hair is popping.
It's the longest it's been since I was about 9 years old.
Yeah.
I have not ever grown out. I don't even know what it does anymore.
It's curly and pretty.
It's very
Yeah.
wavy.
It is.
You need to let that thing fly.
It's in a really rough stage right now.
No, I think it looks fun.
If I have zero product in here, my hair looks like who did it and ran. It does not look good.
You're talking to a man who would give a pinky finger to have that hair.
I think Kevin's hair, I thought, first of all, he was losing his hair gracefully, and I always thought Kevin would look great with a shaved head. I know that I'm in the minority on that one.
Yeah.
You have beautiful, thick, curly, strong hair. A lot of people would give it for that.
I appreciate it. I used to get bullied for my hair all the time as a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, who's laughing now?
Yeah.
Y'all pretty over there.
Yeah, looking good. You can check out Bird's hair. You can check out my hair and Virginia's hair.
Your hair looks good, too, now.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much for the compliments.
It's finally gone from skater boy to regular Kev again.
Yeah, we had got my regular girl touched it up a bit, so.
At least people didn't have anything to say about it.
Quite the talk, wasn't it?
Oh, my God.
Kevin, me and Jay Bird were talking about this earlier. Don't read the comments.
I don't think I've ever seen a show member go through it like you went through it with those comments about your skater boy haircut.
It's pretty amazing.
On every forum.
Yeah. All over the place. Talk of the town. Talk of the town. So if you want to jump into the conversation, you can. You can find us on YouTube right now, KVJ TV. Just go to YouTube and look for the KVJ show, and you can watch us just like that.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, I told you yesterday about Jamie Foxx serenading a crowd of protesters in San Francisco. Now I've got the audio for you. In a second, you'll hear what that sounds like. He is a great singer and sharing his gift. Before we get into that, a Florida sheriff has confirmed the rumors that the will of Don Lewis was indeed a forgery. Remember, there was a lot of talk about that? The whole Tiger King thing, in case you missed it on Netflix. The guy that was the millionaire husband all of a sudden went missing. And then Carol Baskin, inherited all his stuff because she had this will. And look, his signature is right there on it. But I guess the Florida sheriff says, we knew all along it was a forgery.
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
I don't know. I think we got some audio of him, though.
Okay.
The only update was the fact that they called in some experts to say that the will was a forgery, and I had already told them, 2 months ago.
Wait, the will is a forgery?
Oh yeah, no, they had two experts deem it 100% a forgery.
Wow.
So how is she allowed to still have the property if it's a forgery?
I don't know, y'all, but there's definitely a season 2 coming out.
I mean, shouldn't somebody be arrested for forging a will?
Yes. I'm no lawyer.
I mean, if you see on Tiger King, they talk with the first wife and Don Lewis's children, and those people are heartbroken over, what was supposed to be their legacy that Carol snatched from them.
Yeah, because I think she took pretty much all the money.
She took everything.
You could tell that family does not like Baskin.
No. They'd feed her to a tiger if they had a chance. Yeah, so it's fascinating. I guess we'll keep you posted. Is that Florida Sheriff Chad Crostiner? He's the Hillsborough County Sheriff. He knows it's a forgery, But what is he going to do about it?
Carol Baskin, all she does is win.
You're right, man.
All she does is win.
Just won his Joe Exotic's tiger place.
She did. So she won the whole entire place.
Zoo. Yeah.
But did not win the animals. So I don't know where the animals go, but she's got the land and the structures and the vehicles and the property on it,
Okay.
but not the animals.
Interesting.
Very bizarre.
Yeah.
The Weeknd is stepping up and donated a total of $500,000 to various causes this past weekend. All kinds of networks that are helping people and supporting people that are putting their lives on the line. So I love to see celebrities stepping up. $500,000 he donated over the weekend. And then here's a little bit of Jamie Foxx serenading protesters. And we told you about this yesterday, but now we have the audio of it today.
No weapons formed against me shall prosper. That comes directly from Terrell, Texas.
Okay.
Okay, there you go, Jamie Foxx. And that's what's going on in your Dirt of the Day.
Do you want to watch the KVJ Show live or on demand? Find us on youtube.com/KVJ Show.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jay Bird?
So much, but I only pick one thing to go with.
Okay.
I want to call out Facebook. I don't know why we get in trouble for the things that we post sometimes. When I see, I'm not kidding you, I saw a girl post up her private part, and we're not talking about upstairs. We're talking about downstairs. Legit posted it up there. It stayed on Facebook, I kid you not, for 4 days before they did anything with it. I put up a picture with me, with my pizza crotch, my pizza bikini.
Yeah.
And Zuckerberg comes in here, throws me a warning, says I'm going against Facebook guidelines. I just don't get the rules here. It's so weird. Some of the things they allow on Facebook and the other stuff that they don't. You saw the bikini picture with me and the pizza.
Yeah,
There's
I
no
mean,
naughty parts shown.
No, nothing. It was everything was covered, and yes, it was very sexy, but it was not scandalous.
Well, Facebook sent me this weird picture thing of what's deemed not acceptable, and they had some nude photos that they were trying to show as an example, and then they also showed what looked like a girl in a bikini that they're like, this is unacceptable too, but I see girls in bikinis all the time on Facebook.
That's why we go on Facebook.
Zuckerberg, just tell me what the deal is here. And the weird thing is, I've used that picture before in other videos, and it was fine. But for some reason this time, oh no, the bird has been censored.
You got flagged.
Too hot for Facebook.
You're too sexy for Facebook, and they can't handle
I
it.
just don't. What are these rules?
They had a thing trending yesterday was delete Facebook, and people are all upset with Zuckerberg for other reasons. I think because he won't censor some of Trump's comments or something like that, or won't take a stand on it.
I'm reading some of the stuff on Facebook, and it blows my mind that that's allowed up, but pizza bikini shut down. Sorry, Virginia, it just ain't right.
It is tough. That is a big discussion now about these social media platforms, what they will allow and what they will not allow, what they're choosing to censor and what they're letting through. There's a lot of people like you that do not agree with their standards.
I just wish it was consistent because
Right.
you don't.
Yeah.
One day it's one thing, and I really believe they changed the algorithms on whatever suits. I know I sound like a crazy like Doc Brown from Back to the Future, but I feel like there's this algorithm that they're controlling, and if they don't want this to go down, they're not letting it go on.
Yeah.
And I think, too, they don't see everything. So if they take it down, can you just repost it?
No, they are such jerks. Once you get into Facebook jail, it is very hard to get out. I've been in there
Yeah.
several times for some misdemeanors, and even on a misdemeanor thing, they will. Zuckerberg, man, he just put. If he deems that you have done something wrong, or whoever the Facebook jury is.
If you make their list.
Dang.
Same thing with Twitter, though. Twitter, I saw a very
Yeah.
interesting interview on the Joe Rogan podcast about Twitter and what they allow and how they allow it.
Yeah.
And again, man, if the people on board have an opinion of what they don't like, your tweet's not going through.
You need to bring that sexiness to the gram, maybe, or TikTok. I've been trying to get you on TikTok.
The Gram's always served me well. I like the Gram.
Okay.
But the gram is owned by Zuckerberg.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know
He
that.
owns Instagram and WhatsApp.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, how much money do you need?
He would say, I don't have enough.
How much power do you want, Zuckerberg?
What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, I'm so excited for my friend. You know, for years and years, I've been going to a restaurant called Evo. It's up in Tequesta, and Chef Eric is amazing. Just the most delicious Italian food you could ever put in your mouth. Well, tonight he is going to be on the Food Network because he is competing in Guy's Grocery Games. It's a Guy Fieri show on the Food Network, and it's tonight at 9 o'clock. And they're going to be doing a Facebook Live watch party where you can virtually be a part of the fun and cheer on Chef Eric tonight, 9 o'clock on the Food Network as he competes to win and bring home the gold for our hometown Tequesta.
Wow.
Nice.
Get it, Chef Eric?
Get it. Very nice.
Big news in
Yeah,
Tequesta.
Food Network?
Oh, yeah.
Hello?
There's a lot of big stuff happening these days in Tequesta.
No, there's
right.
not. There's actually not.
Well,
And that's why I like it.
after the big pool debacle, you were the Aaron Brockovich of the Tequesta area for about 10 minutes.
Not so much. Yeah, it did not play out well.
Do you have a hard time getting your kids to go outside to do things? We've been trying to make a move to do that, to get out a little bit more, because I think left to their own devices, kids will just stay inside and play all day. And
Yeah.
there's a survey that is out about the kids' most popular hobbies. And the top 10 list, all 10 of them are all indoor activities.
I think it helps too for depression. I think sometimes you can get the blues and not understand why. And if you're stuck inside all day, that might be it.
You need a little vitamin D,
Big time.
and the sun gives it to you.
Yeah. And drinking Sunny D doesn't do it.
No, that stuff's very thick.
It's all sugar.
Yeah, so I know it's tough, and especially this time of year, it's just so rapidly hot out that you go outside and you feel like you're going to melt, and that is the challenge. But it's kind of like the one thing that I'm faced with right now. We do a couple outdoor activities. We'll go throw the football around. We'll go shoot baskets. We've been lately doing swimming. Boy, if you want to find out how out of shape you are, swim.
I know. Rocco got in the community pool the other day, and he was in a floaty, and I had to go save him from the deep end, so I
Yeah.
couldn't touch the bottom. And I'm pulling him in the floaty, and I'm swimming. I'm like, oh my gosh, I am fat and gross. Swimming is hard.
As a family, we've been trying to go out on weekend mornings and swim 4 laps. That's all we're doing. It's an Olympic-sized pool. You swim all the way down to 1. That's 1, and then you do 4 of those.
Okay.
And it is taking me a good 48 hours to recover from every single swim session. I'm like, oh my gosh, I am in such terrible shape.
And when
Are you stretching before you do it?
No, not at all. I jump right in.
And if you swim for a good amount, you get that little kid tired.
Yeah.
You as an adult, you just lay down and you actually will be knocked out from swimming.
I'm like in a coma. I go home. I was like, oh, yeah, I can't even. The rest of the day is almost gone.
I've been told if you get on a swimming regimen, you can get your body shredded pretty quickly.
Absolutely. I get it.
That's why I love snorkeling, because it's so much fun and you're looking at so many cool fish and stuff. You don't even realize all the exercise you're getting because you're swimming and sometimes fighting the current, which makes it even more difficult.
Yeah. Here's the top 5 things that kids are doing. They're all indoor activities. Does this sound like your kid? Number 1, watching TV. Number
Yes.
2, watching YouTube.
Yes.
Number 3, reading books. I wish.
We read too, Rocco, but Rocco barely picks up books on his own.
How's Magnolia doing that?
She had required reading, so
Okay.
and then I bought her some other books, and she's like, "Mom, I'm not reading that. I've outgrown Judy Blume."
Really? I don't think I have. Can I have those books?
Sure.
Yeah, I would actually like them.
I don't want to waste the money.
I would gladly take Judy Blume books. I put it in my little shelf, make me look smart.
Playing video games, number 4, and watching other streaming services is number 5. That's kids' favorite activities.
Is that pretty much in line with what Canon does?
A lot of it. Reading books, no. I've had 3 kids. Only one of them has been a reader where they wanted to read themselves. I mean, yeah, required reading. It is one of the toughest things in the world. You would think that words burn Cannon's eyes.
They might.
It's like we've gotten his eyes checked. He's got, reading glasses. So we know we're on point with that. As far as I know, it shouldn't. But yes, just the concept of staring at it's like his head immediately. You ever seen when you take 2 magnets and you try to put them together and they just won't do it?
Yes.
That's like his eyes with words. They just immediately propel in the other direction.
Now, would he find it enjoyable to read something he's into? If it was a Fortnite manual, would he be into that?
We've tried. We've given him, football themed books and things like that, and he will. That's the best chance you have, but it's not like he will really seek that out to just curl up in a corner and start reading. If you have required reading, that's what he would choose to look at, but it's not something he loves. His older brother used to just, and still does, just loves reading. Just
I get
gets
it.
a book and curls up.
I get it, though. I remember being a kid and them trying to make you read something you had no interest in, and it was rough, man.
Yeah, I think some people, or at least when it comes to kids, either you're a reader or you're not. And so if you got a kid that's not, I don't know what you can do.
Some people, they brag about, oh, it's Friday night, gonna curl up with a nice book and just read the entire weekend.
Yeah.
And that's their weekend.
Some people are readers like that. Yeah, they love that.
My mom forced it on me, and I fought it at first, but then I ended up liking it. If I'm that way, can I change my non-reading
That's a great
daughter?
question, because we do that. We have reading times, and he is supposed to sit there, and then that's the toughest thing. You look over, you're like, put your head down to the book, and then you test him on comprehension and what he was able to retain from what he read, and it is like pulling teeth. It is the toughest thing. So I don't know what else to do. We've tried reward programs, set times for reading. It just
I think every kid is different, too.
Yeah.
You're just going to, you never know how your kid's going to react.
Did the reward program work for Cannon at all?
Nope.
Nothing?
No.
What was the reward? Money?
A lot of times it's just, being able to go do some of the activities that he wants to do. And yeah, it was a little bit of it was like, because for some reason, video games cost money.
They
I
do.
don't understand how. I mean, when I was a kid, they cost money, but you were in an arcade, so that made sense. But now kids have to pay to play video games that they already bought, which I'm like, wait, what? You need $20?
I understand it now, only because I created that baseball player in that baseball game, and, to get that baseball player stronger, you got to pay $20 for those coins.
Yeah, he's always wanting money for video games you already paid for.
And they update stuff all the time on video games, too.
Oh, yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
He wants those updates.
I know.
Yeah, they figured a way to not only get you to pay for the game initially, but then you'll pay all the way down the road.
Oh, you could spend $500 on a game now.
Yeah, so we do that.
What?
So.
You can.
500?
If I would have kept on putting money into my player, Virginia, and I wanted back-to-back MVPs,
that's ridiculous.
gotta pay to play.
It's ridiculous.
Okay. All right. Well, there we go. If you got any thoughts you'd like to share, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763 here at the KVJ Show. Okay, digging deep here, Virginia. Got a couple of random questions for you. The type of things that, I don't know, you and a good friend might sit and talk about while you're lighting up a big old bowl of ganja.
Yes, that's my thing.
Yes.
Bring on the bong.
Thought it was. Okay, answer this one, Virginia. Your left hand has to permanently be swapped with a utility item. What do you swap it with?
Let's see. Probably eating utensil. Let's go fork.
That's not a bad guess.
But I want like a serving fork. I don't want just like a regular like table fork. Give me a full-size serving fork because I want it to be the same size as the current hand I have.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what would be the most useful. And I think it's got to be some kind of eating utensil of some sort.
I don't want a knife because then I'll just cut myself.
And we can pick what hand. Oh, it has to be your left hand, doesn't it?
Yep.
Damn it.
I think you got to go like fork, right?
Here's what I think is the best answer. Swiss Army knife. You can get all kinds of different utensils. It's got magnifying glass. It's got compass. It's got knife. It's got eating utensil. It's got everything you want.
Is that too much?
Well, why would you want to limit your options?
Kevin's right on this one. You want options on this.
Yeah. For whatever the circumstance, be like, oh, never mind, I got something for that.
I still felt like if I could put a glove on a serving fork and have it look kind of normal.
Could you? Do they do spoons on Swiss Army knives?
They do.
A spoon?
I think there's a spoon on there.
Swiss
There's
Army knife.
It's got tweezers. You were looking for tweezers earlier. It's got tweezers.
I think you nailed it.
In fact, right now, I think I would give up my left hand for a Swiss Army knife if I could.
It's a great idea.
Yes.
I don't know if they're doing that.
Yeah, that's not something we can, not a procedure we could get done.
I don't think so. I mean, I'll call Dr. Rankin if
Yes.
you want and ask
See if they're
him.
doing that. I'd like to have that replaced.
I have not seen that on his menu of services.
You could
Okay.
put one of those little, like those rake forks. You know what I'm talking about? It looks like a claw. You could use that to rub yourself, kind of like a massage.
Back scratcher.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
I'm sure you could probably get something like that that would work.
That's a great answer.
You could,
The claw that's in that amusement game where it grabs the stuffed animals.
Have you ever been rubbed with a claw? It is very nice.
yes. Okay.
No, it's not like that. It's not.
Okay.
It's not,
Were you wearing pants? Is my question.
not dirty. It was very innocent.
Okay.
What's her name?
Okay, what about this? If somebody was going to borrow your body for a week by slipping their consciousness into yours, what would they need to know about it first?
Oh, my.
It's kind of like, when you buy a car. Be like, hey, yeah, you might want to know that when you take a left turn, the passenger door is going to fall off.
It's gonna take you about 15 minutes after you get up for your knees to start working properly, and they will click a little bit when you're waking up. That you would have to know that. You would
Okay.
think your knees are falling off.
Yeah, you got to stretch because if you don't, you're going to be in pain. I stretch every day now, and I need to do it.
You're gonna have a terrible backache, and if you eat something real citrusy, it may make your lip quiver.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, I think you have to definitely let them know, especially with the lactose intolerance. For me, it would be like a garlic. Say, if you have anything garlic, you will not want to be around people.
Fart City.
Yeah, and you're the mayor.
I think, too, I got to tell people that if you eat too much fried food, you can have a little bit of fried food. But if you eat too much fried food, bam, you're going to have an acne party that you're not ready for.
Yeah, I would tell that person, don't eat too much pineapple. You may have an allergic reaction to it.
Really?
Yeah, I think I'm allergic. I love pineapple, but
Yeah.
I think I'm allergic to it.
I did that food sensitivity test, and they came back and told me that I was allergic to pineapple. And they said a lot of people are allergic to pineapple. That's one of the most popular things to be allergic to.
I won't stop eating it.
Yeah.
If I like something, I'll fight through the pain.
I know. I love a pina colada.
Is it? I know for some people it's the actual contact with pineapple.
Yeah.
Their skin touching
If
it.
you touch stuff that you are allergic to
Yeah.
eating, a lot of times it can cause irritation.
We could do a test. We could take a pineapple and rub it on half of Jaybird's face and leave the other one
I love it.
untouched and just see what happens.
I'm glad you brought that up because I've been thinking we need to do more science stuff on the show.
That'd be a good experiment.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll half of your body will bathe in pineapple.
I love it. It sounds
The
relaxing.
other. The only thing more alarming than a rash is an oddly placed rash.
Yeah, you're right.
We'll skip your private.
Why is there a perfect line down his face? It's very odd, yeah. I'd have to tell people, expect to pee at least once during the night, maybe up to 3 times, depending upon how much beverage you have.
Okay.
It's annoying.
It's a dude thing too. I think
It
as you
is.
dudes get
Yeah.
older, I see Panda going to the bathroom a lot
Sucks.
more in the middle of the
Terrible.
night.
You pee a lot, at least 3 times during your
Minimum of 1. Typically, it's rare I don't go at all, but it's a minimum of 1. Usually, 1 in the bathroom, 2 in the bed.
Poo, right?
No, pee.
Do you get that thing when you have to pee really, really bad in your dreams? You are struggling to pee. You're actually dealing with the pee
Yeah,
problem
sometimes
in your dream.
it'll work itself into my dream.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
That's tricky because you might accidentally be dreaming that you're in the bathroom.
You can't. I will not. I try to go pee in my dream and it will not come out.
That's good though because you don't want to pee the bed.
Agreed.
Okay, and what sensations, non-sexual now, keep it clean here for the radio, are the best? What sensations are the best?
Getting rubbed with a claw.
It's not bad.
I'm not. You ever had the claw done on your head? Oh, Virginia, you are not living. I'm telling you.
I had that thing before. It's like wire,
Yes.
and they rub it on your head. But then it starts to feel weird.
Oh,
that's the
yeah.
big
I
claw.
forgot about that.
the
That
first few minutes are good, but then it starts to feel weird.
Yeah.
Chase that weirdness.
Yeah, that's why you like it.
I would say probably one of the best sensations. Maybe I've got a thing with this, but cleaning your ears
Yes.
is so enjoyable. There's just sometimes you just hit a spot and you're just like, they call it an eargasm. And you're just like, yeah, it's just, oh my gosh, it's the best stuff ever.
Sometimes when you can't sneeze and you're about to, and it won't come out, and then you finally sneeze, that's a good feeling. What? Stop looking at me like I'm a pervert.
I'm looking at your hair. It's fun.
Another one that I would say, I have this Sleep Number blanket. It's almost like velvet. I don't know what it is. It's just material that feels like it's just soft,
It
plush, kind of like
is.
velvet.
It's so nice.
There's nothing better than just curling up in that blanket or on that blanket. Man, your skin touching that thing, wow.
There's two things that happen. If I'm sleeping and I hear a bathtub turn on or a vacuum start to go off, it makes me feel really safe in my
You're like,
sleep.
who's cleaning my house? I haven't done it in months.
But a live vacuum.
That's never happened in my house. Nobody's turning on the vacuum but me.
When I was a kid, I hear the vacuum come on. And I don't know. It did something. It made me feel warm, like an invisible blanket. I'm gonna shut up.
What sensations, non-sexual, are the best when you really have to go to the bathroom and you finally get to a place where you can?
Yes.
There's just, it's like, oh,
When
the
you're-
relief is amazing.
When you're really parched at a theme park,
Yes.
and you finally get a drink,
Yeah.
and it's going down, and you just
An ice cold like
Yes.
soda with ice, and you're a little kid, and you're like, oh,
That's living.
that is living.
Yeah. A couple other great non-sexual sensations. Justin said the best sensation, a good eye rub.
He is not lying.
Yes. Nothing better than like when you have a good old case of pink eye and you just dig right in.
Hopefully that's not the time that you're doing it.
Said when you have an itch on your back or anywhere and you find the exact spot, that moment of, taking that.
And that girl puts the claw on you. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
Great sensation. No doubt about it.
Why'd you put on a hat?
Oh my gosh! Stop yelling at me. Because I'm doing something in my. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. I'm molding something.
Your
here.
hair looked great.
Thanks, Virginia.
Now you put on a hat. It doesn't look so good anymore.
Well, I don't care. Good thing I'm not trying to sleep with you.
She doesn't approve, in case you didn't know.
Yeah.
Ruined my day.
I don't care.
I was enjoying your hair.
All right.
Oh, sorry, Kevin.
And coming into the AC after being boating all day. Have you ever been hot, outdone
Yes.
something?
When you rinse the salt water off of you and get to go into the cool AC.
A great shower, honestly, will be one of the best sensations. You just feel so much better.
Yes.
Theme park air condition. When you're walking all around Disney World, and then you finally get into It's a Small World. The air conditioning's the best part of It's a Small World.
Or the Country Bear Jamboree.
I do love that as well.
Oh, I love the Country Bears.
So there you go. Some other great suggestions. Thanks for chiming in here on the KVJ Show. Just a few celebrity birthdays to mention here today. Rafael Nadal, tennis player, is turning 34 years old. And Anderson Cooper, he has been gray since he was 13. He's now 53. So there you go. Happy birthday to those two. You ever have a birthday you want to shout out on the KVJ Show? We will take care of it for you. Just send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com, mail@kvjshow.com. You know, I guess this makes some sense. A lot of people will leave on TVs or do different things for their dogs. Maybe even music is kind of a companion. And with more people now starting to head back to work, Spotify is recommended that you put together a playlist, of course, because you would have to use their service to do it, they believe. But they suggest finding out the traits of your dog, like their personality.
Oh.
Things like, do you have a chill pet? Are they energetic? Are they shy? Are they friendly? And then you kind of craft a playlist for their personality traits. They say that's what the dog will take to the best. Okay, is that true? Now, Jaybird has actually done this, and he's tried out a couple different music genres with his dog Chewy. and you say that you've definitely found a top genre that your dog prefers.
Yeah, so what I just did was I went through a bunch of different kind of music to see, because he was acting, I waited till he was acting kind of weird where he wants to kind of get all riled up, and I wanted to see if it would calm him down, or just to see if he would respond. And the thing that he responded to the most was slow, sad country. He ended up getting real relaxed and just... He let me pet him.
It's called depression.
He was out within like 4 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a sad country, mid-90s, late 90s.
You should play some Keith Whitley for him.
Who's to say I didn't?
Oh.
You say it best, you say nothing at all.
Oh, that's my cut.
Okay, it's Chewy's cut, too.
Oh, Chewy.
So do you know that he liked it, or you just...
I don't need. All I can say is I played him other stuff. He didn't respond, and whether it was coincidence when I started playing slow, sad country, he calmed down. He started laying down, and he got into sleep position. Could be coincidence, but it did happen.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I could try it again today to see if it works.
Yeah. Did you try anything that was up tempo with him?
Yeah, I tried all, like, Who Let the Dogs Out. That did nothing.
Okay. What about 3 Dog Night?
Did not do 3 Dog Night.
Come on.
I did Celebrate.
What about Hound Dog?
Celebration.
Ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Celebration Cool in the Gang. Didn't respond.
No, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so didn't like the...
Yeah, Kung Fu Fighting. You know that song?
Yeah, I do.
Everybody loves Kung Fu Fighting.
Yeah.
Didn't like that. He liked the ballads. He's like his owner.
Okay. Sad, slow. What would be the best dog songs?
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, What's My Name? I think that would make the playlist.
I was just listening to that song the other day. That still holds up. That's a jam.
Mm-hmm, it is.
Chewy's retired. He's a senior dog.
Yeah.
I think he likes the mellow.
Okay, I get it.
Like owner, like son.
Mm-hmm. Hair of the Dog. Do you guys know that song?
How's that go?
Now you're messing with a son of a... Yeah.
AC/DC?
It's Nazareth. It's an old classic rock song. Black Dog. Led Zeppelin. That's another dog song. I don't know if there's any more, though.
Yeah, I don't think you have to only play dog music for your dogs.
But it is fun. It is fun to come up with bands, artists, and songs that have the word dog in it.
Temple of the Dog.
Oh.
I'm going hungry.
I'm going hungry.
I'm going hungry.
I don't mind stealing bread.
That was pretty good.
Kind of nailed it.
Yes. That is pretty good. Yeah, I love playlists.
I know you do, but I'm wondering, do people actually do playlists for their dog, or is Spotify just trying to get a little notice for themselves?
Oh, I'm sure they do. No, I'm sure they do, and I'm sure that they believe that the music they've picked out that their dog truly likes. I have seen it. It's really fascinating. There are sometimes dogs that react to certain things. I saw one that was hysterical. It was one of those show dogs. It was a border collie. You ever seen where they have them run the obstacle courses and they run through tunnels and upstairs and all that stuff?
You used to do that.
Yeah, I used to do a variation of that. That was all kind of part of it. It used to be really cool. I had a dog that did this sport called fly ball. It was jumping over hurdles. It was catching a ball in its mouth and then running back. And so
it's pretty cool.
It was a timed event. Yeah, if you've ever seen it on TV, these dogs are amazing. They're very efficient. They have to go over the hurdles, and it's how low you can stay. And then they have the other ones. We used to go to Purina Farms, which is in Gray Summit outside of St. Louis in Missouri, and we take my dog there. And they would have the big old Purina farm that they had. Then they would have the events. And over here, they would have the obstacle courses, and they'd have the fly ball, and they'd have herding and all that kind of stuff with these dogs.
And the dog owners and the dogs would have on matching outfits.
One team did, not my team, but yeah, that's when I had a realization where I'm like, I got to get out of this. Because a team that we were playing was taking it way too serious. It was all these very white, middle-aged, if not older adults that were like not in great shape, and they were wearing these tracksuits.
And the dogs were wearing the same thing?
The dogs had like on the same kind of colored bandanas. Everything was coordinated, and the dogs are kind of looking at him like, "What are you guys doing?"
Even the dogs were like, "Dude."
I highly support matching outfits with a dog activity.
I knew you would.
It was pretty unreal. I'm
Gosh,
like,
that is awesome.
I'm like, what are you doing, Kev? You gotta get out of this
No,
world.
you need to do more things like that.
You need to get out of here and go back to touching girls. Because
Yeah.
you're not going to get any of that done with this crowd.
Let your inner dork out.
But they have one of those dogs that was doing the obstacle stuff, and they put it in front of a TV to watch itself, and it was the entire time it was jumping up and down and following himself on the TV.
Oh, he really was playing along.
Yeah, he was watching himself on TV and seemed to get it. And I'm like, I've done that with, other dogs I've had, and they just, like, they're aloof to it. They have no idea.
You're right. It's weird, too. Ever since I got Chewy on this new medication, he's kind of really made a turnaround. He's more alert. I can tell he's hearing stuff now.
That's
So
great.
That's why I was pretty pumped with this. He responded to the sad country music.
Is there a way to give your dog an intelligence test? Because I've had many dogs throughout the course of my life now. I've always been with dog people. And I've had that border collie, and without a doubt, that is the smartest dog I've ever had. There is no doubt with what that thing could do. And then some of the dogs we have, like Coco, our Pomeranian, I swear, she may be the most dense dog I've ever seen.
It depends on the
Has
breed.
just no idea what's going on. It's just constantly.
Certain breeds are obviously more intelligent than others. And I'm not sure what breed Coco
Coco
is.
stays in her
Pomeranian.
lane. She knows she's a purse dog. She knows she's not expected to do much. She just kind of chill.
It's just like she's not putting in any effort.
Yeah, she's just like, whatever, guys. I'm just here for a good time.
She's like an Instagram model.
She
She's like,
is.
I'm here for the pictures. Just pay me.
Yeah, she would be a social influencer.
Coco.
That's it.
Sweetie.
But I've always wondered, because they do talk about breeds being more intelligent than other breeds. I'm like, how do they know? Was there an IQ test that they gave them?
Well, I just think
How do they define this?
You can look at your dog and know
Oh,
if
yeah.
you have a smart dog or a dumb
you
dog.
look at Coco and the eyes are just vacant. I mean, there's nothing behind them.
yeah.
Meanwhile, my
Sweet dog.
sweet as
Dumb as a rock.
Sweet as anything. just there's nothing going on there.
I'm sure there's some kind of veterinarian dog test you could give to see who's smarter.
Yeah, I'll give it to your dog. It's going to cost you $89.99.
I'm sure,
and then
yeah.
I'll tell you exactly.
Oh, that is not going to be cheap.
But I just thought they'd be kind of fun if they had something that you could go pick up at PetSmart is a doggy IQ test to find out where does your dog rank. Because I'm sure even amongst Pomeranians and Border Collies, you still have variations of how smart a dog is.
And sometimes people, too, get lost in their own relationship with their dog. They think the dog's human-like. You're like, my dog, I swear, my dog's like a human. I just think sometimes people think their dogs might be smarter than what they are.
Oh, well,
because
we
they're
do
so
that with
in
our
it.
kids, don't we?
Yeah.
You ever see
Yes.
when a parent's got a dumb kid and they just don't realize it? yeah, your kid's not very smart. Interesting comments here. Spotify believes that your dog should have their own playlist based on their own characteristics. Are they relaxed, energetic, shy, or friendly? Somebody said, I'm a vet tech, and recently we had a patient go under anesthesia whose owner said that she loves Adele. So to help the dog wake up, we played Hello, and she woke right up out of anesthesia during recovery.
Adele does have a beautiful voice. Dog's nailing it.
Wow.
That's pretty amazing.
And somebody else said, my mom had a dog that wouldn't listen for years. Well, my sister learned Spanish and told the dog to do something in Spanish for practice, and the dog listened. So my mom now leaves on Spanish music for him, and the dog loves it. I wonder if it had an owner before, because that sometimes is possible, where maybe they had a owner who only spoke Spanish to the dog.
Yeah, and the other question I had, is it detrimental to a dog? Let's say you get a dog, because we got Chewy when Chewy was 7.
Yeah.
If we would have got Chewy and then changed Chewy's name to, I don't know, Bart, would that have messed his psyche up? Come here, Bart. When he's used to Chewy, would that confuse him so bad? Or do dogs not really...
I don't know. What if we start calling you Frank?
I kind of like it.
Okay.
You got a friend, Frank, though. That's confusing.
All right. I just like Frank Pennington's got it's a strong name.
It is a strong name, yeah.
That's a no-nonsense kind of guy.
Feels Italian, too.
Big time.
Yeah.
You're no Frank.
All right. That's an insult.
I think you're very Frankie.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah.
You're Frankie. You're not Frank.
All right. More lighthearted. I get
Yes,
it.
yes.
Well, this is the same name hookup game. Which celebrity would you rather hook up with? This is carnal, so this would be your stirrings. Because, you know, we have that game where it's whatever, kill, hook up, marry, whatever.
Love, divorce, yeah.
Whatever that is. Yeah. So this is going on your carnal pretenses. Same name hookup game. So these celebrities have the same name, at least when it comes to the first one. Would you hook up with Tom Cruise or Tom Hanks?
Definitely Cruise.
Really?
Because, first of all, he's better looking.
Yep.
Second of all, he's more fascinating. I think I could already sit here and tell you everything Hanks is about. I don't know what the hell Cruise is about, and I'm fascinated by all that Scientology stuff. I think he's a freaky, weird robot.
So you think Cruise is the better lover, too?
I don't know about that, but I want to get in there and sniff around.
All right.
I just want to see how he would be in bed. Tom
Yeah.
Cruise. And I think
I
he would
want
be,
to see everything from the bed to the house to the whole package.
I think he'd be all about himself. And I have a feeling that he's got a mirror in there somewhere, and all he does is stare at himself the entire time.
And the
That's
whole
fine.
time, he
Yeah.
calls out his name. Oh, Tom, you are great. Yeah.
It's a great story. And think of all the layers you're
I think
going
he
to
calls himself
unpeel.
Maverick. I think he only goes on character names. I don't think Tom Cruise thinks Tom Cruise exists.
He's like, oh, yeah. Oh, Jerry Maguire. Yeah, Jerry
Yeah,
Maguire.
he uses-
Show me the money.
Yeah. That's his finishing line. That's why I want to be with Tom Cruise.
But do you think, Hanks, you probably think he's probably a good lover anyway?
Hanks is going to be boring, though. I mean, I don't think Hanks is going to put the gusto into it. And Hanks is sweet and predictable, and I know exactly what his house looks like. I know exactly what everything in his yard like. I want to go with Cruise because that man's
Yeah.
more of a crazy, funky mystery.
Who would you rather make love to, Maverick or Gump?
Both icons, both legends.
We're talking about making love, though. All carnal, baby.
Give me Maverick.
Yeah. Chris Evans or Chris Pratt? Same name hookup game. Who do you go with? To me, they're about the same. Probably Chris Evans I find a little bit more carnally attractive to me.
I got to look him up. I don't know
I
if
go
know
Chris
the
Pratt because I think
difference.
it's going to be great, and then the aftermath, there'll
Just
good,
be a lot of fun.
There'll be good pillow talk.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if Chris Evans would be as fun.
You know these guys, Virginia.
I got to pull up a picture. Chris Evans and Chris Pratt. Okay. I think I like Pratt.
Okay.
Show me which
He's
one's
gotten
Pratt.
in great shape.
Is that Pratt there?
Yes.
Yeah, I like Pratt.
He
Yeah.
has gotten into great
Yeah.
shape.
Yeah, that's a coin toss for me.
He's cuter.
Michael Douglas or Michael Keaton? I'm going Keaton.
I'm going Keaton.
Keaton.
Yeah.
Will Smith or Will Ferrell?
Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Yeah, not even close. Will Smith.
Sorry.
Sorry,
Will
yeah.
Ferrell, you're adorable. You make me laugh.
Yeah, not even close.
But you're a little doughy. Adorable.
Randy Jackson from American Idol or Randy Quaid?
Oh,
Cousin Eddie.
Kevin.
I think I gotta go with the dog. Randy Jackson.
Randy Jackson. Virginia?
Randy Quaid would be fascinating. He's lost his mind.
Have you seen the Randy Quaid sex video?
No.
You don't want anything to do with it. Virginia,
How
I know
many times did you watch it?
I know how you are with those big, bushy beards. He's got one of those crazy apocalyptic beard. You don't want it.
Okay, he's right.
I'm going Randy Jackson because I want to know if he calls his love partner's dog.
Yeah, I'm going Randy Jackson, definitely.
Okay, I agree.
Feels great, dog.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be more of a positive experience.
You're right. I think like Randy Jackson would care about my experience and making sure that I had a nice time.
Well, he's going to critique you after, like
Yeah.
an American
Yeah,
Idol
yeah.
show.
But it's going to be sweet, though.
Okay, same name hookup game. Which celebrity would you rather hook up with? Tiger Woods or Tiger King?
Oh, boy. That one's rough. And I saw a meme. Somebody morphed them together, and that might be one of my favorite pictures.
So I think let's break this down. Tiger King is going to be way better of a lover. I think Tiger Woods. I think
You're funny.
you don't think.
Oh, he's going to love you.
I think but I just think I think if you just put their performances together,
Yeah.
Tiger's gonna give it to you all when it comes to golf. In the bedroom, no, I think he's a lazy lover. I don't think he wears that red shirt in the bedroom.
I remember some stories from his mistresses back in the day, and it sounded like he was pretty good in the bedroom.
Really?
I go Tiger Woods, no doubt.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going Tiger Woods, too.
And he's clean and tidy. Like, Tiger King just doesn't look like he's clean.
He doesn't.
Plus, I'm definitely walking out there with Hep something.
Is it the mullet?
I'm probably walking out with Hep Z. I don't even know. I don't feel like
Sounds like a
he's...
ska band.
Yeah, I just don't even feel like it's sanitary. I'm taking... And not to say Tiger Woods,
All right, give me the Woods.
Yeah.
Woods is going to be interesting, and he's more of a mystery. I like the whole mysterious figuring out the experience, seeing his crib.
I was on the fence, and Kevin sold me.
Yeah.
I'm now Team Woods.
Plus, you're making love in a beautiful room on the ocean. Tiger King.
You're hearing tigers
It's
in
a
the back.
trailer.
Yeah.
It's a dirty trailer.
Dirty trailer.
Smelling all that Walmart meat.
Yeah. Not a chance.
Expired Walmart meat.
Yeah, it's rough.
Okay, for the ladies, same name hookup game. Jennifer Aniston or Jennifer Lawrence? I go Jennifer Aniston. I just feel like we would connect more.
I agree. Yeah, I think it would be more of a better night.
I think we're dialed in more of the same temperament.
Yeah. But I think I'm physically attracted more to Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah,
I
I
think
don't know.
Lawrence is going to be more fun.
You do?
I do. I think Jennifer Aniston's a little boring.
I think Jennifer Lawrence during lovemaking is going to be like, pull my finger, and I'm like, I don't know.
See, I like that.
I know. All right. Again,
Yeah.
I think Kevin sold me.
I try to separate
got-
sex and farts. When possible. It's not always possible, but when possible.
All right. You turned me again at Team Aniston.
Amy Schumer or Amy Poehler?
Polar, definitely.
Polar, yeah.
I agree. Nicki Minaj or Nikki Bella, the WWE star? Who do you go with on that?
I don't know, man.
I feel like Nicki Minaj is a little bit angrier these days.
She scares me.
She scares me. Nikki Bella, I watched that show on True Divas.
Yes.
I was a fan.
Okay.
I like her and her sister.
I'm going Nikki Bella.
I don't really know Nikki Bella that much. I think Nicki Minaj is hot.
She is.
She is. She
But
scares me.
She's definitely going to yell at you
She would
because
yell
you're
at me.
not going to do it right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going Minaj.
Okay.
Okay. Somebody wants to, get yelled at and
Well,
disciplined.
All right, take it easy.
Kerry Washington or Carrie Underwood? Who do you go with?
Washington.
Washington.
I agree. And Kelly Clarkson or Kelly Ripa?
Clarkson.
Ripa annoys me.
Me too.
Yeah.
Just on annoyance alone, I'm going for Clarkson.
But for Carnal, I'm going Ripa.
Yeah, you're right. It's the carnal game.
Yeah, it's a carnal game. But you choose for
I'm
your own
still
reasons.
going Clarkson.
I think I go Clarkson. It's tough. All right, that's me tomorrow.
I just Kelly Ripa don't do it for me.
She doesn't really do it for me either. I'm going Clarkson.
You would have so much more fun with Clarkson. You better come to Clarkson.
What are you, threatening him?
I need you to come with me, not with Kevin.
It's a carnal game, though. You keep talking about houses and
but
stuff.
Ripa, you're going to be annoyed by.
How many times has she talked? I want to see what the house.
I know,
It's a carnal
yeah.
game.
But
Right.
you're in their house. You're in their bedroom.
Not always.
I don't think he ever said they're in their house. It could be at a motel
Yeah, it could be.
or a hotel. We'll make it classy.
I'm not going if it's in a motel.
Got World Record Wednesday going to be coming up here. Today we're going to try to tackle the record for the most aerobic step-ups in 30 seconds. It's 40 aerobic step-ups in 30 seconds.
Oh, now I know why Kevin told you the bar stool wasn't going to work. You brought a bar stool in here.
I didn't know what you were
He's
talking
never
about.
done step-up, so he doesn't know
Oh my gosh.
what he's getting himself into
As a
here.
woman who did a lot of aerobics in the 90s, I can teach you a thing or two about step-ups.
Whoa, why don't you give him a quick tutorial here in a minute
Oh,
then?
I will break it down.
I started feeling stupid because Kevin explained it to me like 2 different times, and I still didn't get it.
You brought a bar stool in
I'm like,
here.
let's gonna see if this works.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. How close will Jaybird come to this world record? We'll find out in minutes.
It's KVJ. When and where you want it. Listen to the KVJ Show and the After the Show podcast daily, commercial free. Search your smartphone's podcast app to listen for free. 97.9 WRMF.
Jaybird's about to get aerobic here in a world record attempt. It was set by Jack Picton of the UK in 2015 for the most aerobic step-ups in 30 seconds. He did 40 of them, so that was more than 1 a second.
Don't want to brag, but I took aerobics class back in my sophomore year at Palm Beach Gardens High School. They offered it as a class.
Did you do step?
No, this is the 90s, dog. Was that even around?
Yes, dog. I was doing so much step.
I didn't go to class a lot.
I was stepping my ass off.
You were? Okay.
I was. Because I was working part-time in a gym while I was at LSU. And so I was stepping like a maniac. Step was so big.
I was the only dude in the class, and I remember I learned a lot about ballistic stretching.
Something tells me you weren't paying attention to the instructor if you were the only dude in the class.
What?
Leotards be fun to look at.
Well, we've got 40 for the record, 30 seconds. Virginia, I saw you were giving Jaybird a tutorial a second ago on how to properly do a step up, and you had quite the jazzercise-tude when you did it.
Well, I was showing him the different things you could do. You could like add a tap. You could do all these different things. But if you're going for speed, you just want to blow right through it, but switch legs every time that you step. Like if you step once with your left, the next time you step up, step with your right because you're going to wear out your leg.
I will try to do that. I'm also going to go on instinct and feel. So we'll just see what happens.
Did you show him how to do the high-speed ones, Virginia?
I did. I don't know if he retained any of it.
No, it's not that high speed about what you showed me. Just
Okay.
basically just go quick and fast, right?
Yeah, let me give you a quick just before we do this, because there is a little bit of a different kind of move here.
Kevin wanted to show off his exercising
here we
moves.
go. Don't break the step, Kev.
The Kevin Ralston. Can you hear the YouTube numbers going up?
Here's
Do you want him to do the little side or the big side? Because the big side has a bigger platform.
Well, I didn't see the video on how this guy did it, because there are two different ways to do it. Like sometimes I see people do the really fast, and if he did this might count. Or it's just kind of that. This
Interesting.
would be a step up, and you could do
I don't
like
feel
that on
that's
one leg.
I don't feel like that's a full step up, though.
Yeah, I think it's the way Virginia showed
In
me.
step class, we actually, the foot leaves the ground completely and is on top of the step. Like this.
I feel good about that one, Kevin.
But if that guy did 40 in 30 seconds, more than one per second, I don't know how with your...
Do we have video of that guy?
No.
No, because that would just mean that we researched it properly and got prepared.
I didn't see. There's no video around. A lot of these records are just in print. So
Really?
why don't you get off? Why don't you step off? Yeah, step off.
I don't know. I mean, if you want to do it faster, do it Kevin's way. But
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm getting two conflicting messages. Don't feel real good about going into this mission. I got Fancy Pants Kev telling me to do these crazy extreme ones.
Yeah, those are the ones that are fast. Now, I'm looking at the photos, and I'm trying to see, this looks like a younger kid that did this. And the official tweet from Guinness, it was one of those ones, if you go to the gym, you have like those little risers, and it's kind of the plastic thing. Anybody who goes to the gym will know that. He had two of those little riser things under each side of the platform. And yeah, so
there was a specific, it was an apparatus, and it was like a little mini bench, and it was usually pink or purple, and it had like a long bench on top, and then you could put these little things under it on each end, where you could have like one little thing was one height. You could add another little plastic thing, made it even taller. Another one made it even taller.
Yeah, I don't know what these are, so you guys tell me what you want from me, and I will gladly not deliver it.
I will gladly fail.
Oh, yeah. I don't think anyone believes in me on this challenge.
Oh,
I think you can do it. I believe in you.
Thank you, Kevin.
I'm right here.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, now here's somebody that's doing, well, they're doing just basic aerobic steps. I don't think that counts for the high speed that we're talking about here.
I mean, we all know I'm not going to break the record anyway.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Maybe you will.
pumpkin.
I think as long as I think if you get on top, if you extend your leg, that should count.
Okay.
So that might be it. So I think that could be a quick, and then that might be where you decide: is it faster to do just one leg, or do you want to alternate?
Here's what's going to really make this work. I got to hear the counting. The counting for me is like hearing the crowd roar.
Okay.
All right, we'll count.
Let's see
We
how
will
Jaybird
definitely
does
count
here.
for you.
I think maybe the biggest question, and what would be fun to see, is, I mean, a continual 30 seconds. How many can Jaybird dial in? Can he keep it going for 30 seconds?
The smaller
You're
step
gonna get some
is
leg
going to
burn.
be easier, too.
Yeah.
But I think if you don't completely get up there and transfer your weight onto the step, now you're just bouncing.
All right, Kev, just because the witch won't shut up about
Well, the
I just
kid
told you
who
that-
did it was only about maybe 18 inches high. That's about as high as he went up.
Yeah,
and that's
so-
the kid that has the Guinness World Record.
There you go.
Okay, I got this. I
You
feel
got
good.
this.
I just did one. I feel good.
Okay.
Surprisingly.
I think that seems right.
Yeah.
That looks to be about 18 inches. Denny, what do you think? Yeah?
Yeah, give or take.
Okay.
Give or take.
Give or take 7 inches.
Okay, so it's the most aerobic step-ups in 30 seconds. The record is 40. Jaybird, are you about ready to try this?
Predictions?
I think that you are going to... I think the over-under is 20. That would be half the record. That's usually about what we shoot for, 20 in 30 seconds. I think is a good mark. I will put that the over-under. Virginia, are you going over or under 20?
I'm going over.
Yes.
I believe in you, Cupcake. Now you make it happen.
Feel good. Energized.
Don't burn all your energy.
Right,
Stop.
right, stop.
Yeah. He's gonna
Simmer down.
need a nap before he even gets to it.
All right.
Suits, you going over or under on this? He's going over.
Yeah.
Denny's?
We believe.
Denny's is going over. Okay, so everybody's going over on this. So you get 21. We're right. All right, here we go. We'll get the clock ready. 30 seconds. The most aerobic step-ups. Record to break is 40. KVJ good is 20.
We aim low.
On your mark, get set, and go.
1,
Okay.
2,
He's going
3,
kind of like with the
4,
same. Put it up.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
He's got a rhythm now.
11.
He's got a rhythm.
12.
Look at him.
13.
It's like he's
14,
dancing.
15. 16.
Oh, look at him go.
17.
Fred
18,
Astaire.
19. 20.
Wow.
Whoa,
Oh, he's gonna
21,
fall.
22.
He's at 20
23,
seconds. 10
24,
seconds left.
25. 26. 27. 28. 29.
5,
30,
4,
31,
3,
32.
2,
Oh!
and he fell.
32.
32, but he fell. He could have done maybe another.
1.
Yeah.
I don't think those can't be the right step-ups.
That step just cracked, so we're done with this one.
That was my ankle.
Oh, I heard something
Don't worry
crack.
about the stool. It was only a bone.
Stool's fine.
Stool's fine. Anybody who's worried about the stool? I know a lot of people get very upset.
I don't know. I can't tell how I don't know.
I feel like that was legit.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like that was legit. I mean, this was probably maybe a 13, 14-year-old kid that did this. I think you rocked it. I think it was awesome.
Yeah, you're great, and people like you.
You went way over the 20.
Cool. A 14-year-old kid barely beat me. Good job, Bird.
But, honestly, if you put a little bit of time into that, I really think, because to me, part of the World Record Wednesday is seeing, okay, is this something that with a little bit of focus and dedicated time, could you break this? I think you could break this record.
The one I honestly think I could do,
Oh, I know, yeah.
if I practice, is doing the alphabet in that short amount of time. I think I can break that record.
You think so? Okay.
Whew, it's just so
Maybe
tight.
that's what we need to do is pick out a record or two and you just really dial into it.
I love it.
Yeah.
How's that ankle? You gonna be hopping home? Or
I'm in
what?
a lot of pain, physically and spiritually.
Yes. I can see that.
Do we need an ice pack?
Yeah.
I need some ice cream.
Okay.
Drama, you got drama and you gotta tell all. You love to complain about your pain. Hey, you're Facebook fishing.
All right, here we go. Some fun things people have sent us for the most part from social media. We got somebody here that is complaining about cigar smokers on the fourth post, I believe we have there. It's Danny that put this up. I'll play the role of Danny here. We'll have Virginia playing the role of Howie. Jaybird. Seems like a Howie, right?
Howie, I love it.
Feels like good casting.
I feel like he's definitely from New York, and he's got a little bit of an attitude.
You did New York last week and you nailed it, so bring it back.
Was I? Oh, I don't want to keep doing the same thing.
Hack.
Am I a hack? Oh, damn it.
And we'll have Bird be Marnie. And then Denny's, you can be Caroline.
Ooh, Marnie looks playful.
Make it playful.
I like it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, here's what Danny put up on social media.
People who smoke cigars, especially outside, are the most self-entitled a-holes on the planet. My neighbor has been smoking a cigar, and I'm about to put it out on his face. Cigar smokers suck.
Cigar smokers are often aggressive people. I hate cigars. My ex smoked them, and he was a douche. Cigar smokers only care about themselves. This are the facts. It says these are the facts.
Oh boy, poorly written and poorly acted.
These are the facts. And they cannot be disputed. And my accent's not that bad.
Anyone defending cigar smokers are asshats, too. If you blow smoke in my space, you will be smacked. All you cigar smokers suck. Y'all stink. You make the world stink. I'd love to smack that cigar right out of my neighbor's face.
Okay, here comes Howie. Oh, where? Somebody woke up on the wrong side of the crib today. Listen up, Danny boy. I smoke cigars. Yous want to say that to my face, tough guy? I'd love to see that. I should have blocked yous a while ago.
Here comes Marnie. Ooh, cigars can be fun in the bedroom if you know what I mean. Just ask President Clinton. People forget what a pig Clinton was.
I was not a pig.
That's pretty gross, Marnie. You shouldn't be vulgar when it comes to talking about the president. Cigars are gross. They are lit, and whenever they are used in the bedroom.
Oh, dude.
I'm trying a new accent out. And they should take
Why don't
you.
you try reading out?
I mean, I don't know. I got lost in the storyline, Coach.
Let's take it from the top there. Let's do a take two on
Kevin
this.
made you start
Yeah,
over.
we gotta get cut scene. Go back. Come on, Caroline. Try it again.
I kind of forgot what accent I was doing at first. I'm trying to bring it back around here.
You got caught between two accents.
Yes. That's pretty gross, Marnie. You shouldn't be vulgar when it comes to talking about the president. Cigars are gross whether they are lit or whether they are used in the bedroom, and you should take back your gross Clinton comment.
Oh, lighten up, Caroline. I love cigars, whether they're in the bedroom or when they're lit. And if you don't like what I post, block me. I'll have to light my cigar.
Ooh.
It's so funny all you people have this much crap to say while you're sitting behind your computers. If any of yous want to discuss this in person, let me know the time and place. I'll be the guy waiting for you smoking a cigar.
Yeah.
Ooh, Howie, such a tough guy. I truly hope you drop your cigar on your crotch and then you burn your pecker off. You prove my point that cigar smokers are self-entitled a-holes.
Okay, Kev, you're in charge. Who did the worst?
Aww.
I'll let the people take care of that.
Denny's, don't read the comments.
I thought Virginia did really good.
Yeah, she's a good, tough Italian, huh? Gets
I
right
am.
in there.
Yeah.
Admit it, you're still on Facebook, and so are we. Follow the KVJ Show. 97.9 WRMF.
Okay, am I the jerk? Maybe you've asked yourself that before. You reacted to an argument or a situation, and it felt good in the moment. You're like going, okay, yeah, all right, that was the right move. And then maybe you go back and say, I don't know, was I a little bit of a jerk on that? That's kind of what this website is all about. And I find all these different posts, and I find them very fascinating. So I'm like, okay, is this person a jerk or not? Now, one email here says, am I the jerk for kicking my disabled mom out of the house?
Okay, on the surface, I would say yes.
But what if the mom is really mean and tried to poison them?
Then these are details we need.
This is what you got. It says here, my mother is widowed, without many funds, and is physically disabled. Because of her medical expenditures, she had to sell her home and move in with me. She lives rent-free. Despite being disabled, she actually moves around pretty well and quietly. I didn't realize this until she walked in on me and my boyfriend in my room doing a sexual act. Up until that point, my mom did not know that I was gay and thought that this man was just my trainer. She immediately began crying and praying and says that she will not be content until I turn from my sinful ways. I responded by kicking her out. I told her I would pay for a motel for 1 month, and then she was on her own. I wish that she would shut up about this, but she would not, and she would not let it go. So I didn't see any other option. Am I a jerk?
It's a tough one because there's so much emotion involved here on both sides.
Mm-hmm. It is tough, and typically what we say is with kids, when you've got a problem and you're living in your parents' house and they tell you something and lay down the law and a regulation, then it's like, well, if you don't like it, then you need to move out. Now, what if it's the flip side and it's your mom that is now trying to tell you how to live your life and she won't let it go? And constantly you can't live your life under your own roof because your mom won't let it go.
I think generally the person that pays the bills makes the rules. It's just real muddy because it's mama.
Yeah.
And she doesn't really have a lot of options. What happens now after this month is up and you've paid for the hotel room for a month? Then what?
What I would try to do, and I know it's going to be tough, I would try to be the bigger person and try to constantly communicate with her, try to change and try to get to a peaceful place. I mean, how bad is she with her condition? I think that's an important detail as well.
And how lippy is she with her comments about your love life?
Yeah, what exactly is she saying?
Sounds like it's been enough that he's like, I can't take it anymore. If you're going to continually, if you won't let this go, and if you're going to sit there and belittle my lifestyle, make me feel bad, and you're not going to be quiet until I change things, I'm not going to change who I am. This is who I am. Like it or leave it.
And if she's not hearing you, maybe a couple family therapy sessions so she can hear it from somebody else that she's not acting right.
Okay.
She's obviously not hearing you, so if a professional tells her, maybe she'll hear it.
I mean, you gotta keep. I mean, if you're not paying the bills and you are living under someone else's roof, I don't care what the situation is. You really can't say Jack Sprat.
But I'm his mother.
And I know, and I've heard that excuse before too.
Yeah.
I'm your mother.
Yeah.
It's tough, man.
I think because it is your mom, you need to keep trying.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Do not give up on mama, and
Right.
please don't let mama be homeless.
The spiritual thing to do, because your mom is so blatantly wrong, try to still help your mom. That's a very noble and spiritual thing to do. You can go to bed knowing you are helping her, even though she's giving you the screws.
Yeah.
You're the bigger person. There's something.
She's not. The guy is.
You know what I mean.
Yes.
But you're going to bed at night knowing that you are acting in a spiritual manner. If you decide to help your mom.
I think a lot of these people are just looking for peace of mind as to sometimes you got to make tough decisions and you're just like, unfortunately, it's going to be tough to live with. But sometimes you're like, okay, maybe I went a little bit too harsh on this.
Because your mom is being a jerk.
I found this one online. I thought this was fascinating. Am I the jerk for not agreeing to this? My fiance just revealed a really old tradition in her family that they have on the wedding night. The husband and wife go into the master bedroom together and they are supposed to consummate the marriage, while the rest of the family is waiting outside the door so they can applaud and then cheer when you come out. Then a piece of the bed sheet is cut off and sewn into a big tapestry that my girlfriend's mother or my fiancé mother owns. I told my fiance that there was no way in hell that I was going to be a part of this, and she burst into tears and said that she would be the only female in a family of 8 women who has not taken part in this tradition. She told me that we wouldn't have to actually consummate the marriage if I felt uncomfortable and we could just pretend. I don't want anything to do with this. Am I a jerk?
Whoa.
If it's a family tradition, like, just play along. I mean, it's going to make your wife happy. And all her sisters did it too.
Be warned, though, family might not like what they hear.
I mean,
that's all I'm saying.
So you say go over the top. Make them regret that they wanted to be outside of... I mean, really go at it, huh?
The sounds that come out of the bird are going to be alarming.
Maybe throw some vases up against the wall.
Get
and
a
just make
soundtrack of animal noises.
Well, you know me. If there's a crowd involved, I'm going to put on a show.
Yeah, just get in there and just... What's going on in there?
You guys want to get weird? Oh, we're going to get real weird.
Is that a monkey? What is this animal doing?
I say go for it. I'm not weirded out.
Have fun with it.
Yeah,
Just
the
have a quick
family's
different
into
approach.
It's not like they're in the room with
Yeah,
you.
they're not sitting there with a camcorder.
It's a great it's a great story at dinner parties.
Yeah, you need to loosen up a little bit and realize it's not just them picking on you. This is their family tradition.
Am I the jerk for putting my girlfriend's stuff in storage? Okay, this post said, my girlfriend and I were not getting along well when the pandemic hit. After 3 weeks quarantined together, it was clear to me that the love was dead, and so I broke up with her. She was living with me in my condo, so she took some clothes and went to one of her girlfriend's places. Well, a month has passed, and her stuff is still at my place. And she kept on stopping by to pick up something and just was not ready to move on.
And I'm sure when she stops by to get stuff, she has something to say.
Yeah,
Oh, that's awful.
So I gave her 2 weeks worth of warnings that she needed to get all of her stuff out of my place. She used the excuse that she couldn't get anyone to help her.
For
and that
2
she had
weeks.
no place to put it. It's the pandemic. No one's coming out.
I'm
Social
sorry.
distancing.
Good Greek moving and storage been moving the whole time.
I don't have any money. I've been laid off. I can't do this. So at the 1 month mark, I paid for a storage unit. I moved her stuff there myself and gave her access. She lost her mind and has recruited an army of people to badmouth me on social media. Am I the jerk?
No.
She's insane.
She's insane, and unfortunately, all of her stupid friends are probably insane too.
The fact that you are paying for a storage unit and having her have access and she can do it without any kind of drama is actually the mature thing to do.
Right.
You've given her plenty of time to look, you break up, it sucks. I get it.
Right.
Your hearts are broken, tears are flowing.
But you don't get to keep coming by
No.
and little by little over the course of how many months? 6 months, 7 months, get your stuff. And so, you're just prolonging
You
it.
can only break up with somebody so many times until it gets to a point where, what are you going to do? At 5 times you're going to break up with somebody?
What do you care what any of her stupid friends have to say about you on social media? Because they're just that.
You actually did the right, nice thing to do.
Yeah.
And you're paying for a storage unit. Oh, ugh.
Yeah.
You pig.
You get a pass on that one.
She's lucky you didn't put her stuff in the yard.
This one says, am I a jerk for not sending only my son to private school? It says, my son is 11 and is heading to middle school. My area school is not good, and I want to make sure that he gets the best education to prepare him for a good college. My wife has a daughter that is 15 and in high school, so I would read that this is his stepdaughter, the 15-year-old.
Okay.
Not his biological daughter. My wife is saying that if I send my biological son to private school, that I also need to send her daughter to one too. Our finances are separate, and with my son's school costing $24,000 a year, I can't afford to send both kids to private school. My wife says that if both kids can't go to private school, that neither kid should then go to private school. I feel like her daughter is already in school and would probably rather stay where she is anyway. Am I the jerk for holding my ground on this?
You need to talk to the 15-year-old daughter and find out where her head's at, because you don't want her to feel like she is not as loved as the boy.
Okay.
And if she's fine staying where she is, then let her stay where she is. But if she's the kind of kid that's going to be like, oh, well, it's obvious you love my brother more because you're putting him in private school, and I'm so glad that you don't love me the same as him. Thanks, guys. Then you've got an issue you've got to deal with.
See, if this was the Pennington situation and my parents sat us down, because we had a lot of kids and I could see this happening for us, and my dad or mom said, look, we're doing this because it's the best for the family and we can only afford one, and trust us when we say we love you all, but for this situation, he's got to go to private school because he's a little bit older and you guys are at different points in your life. That's why we're doing that. If you explain it and then you tag it with, but we love you equally, this is a strategy move, not because we love him more, your kids should be able to get it. In my opinion, I would have gotten that as a kid.
I don't know if it's necessarily the kid that cares. I think it's the wife that is making a contention of this. And you're right. The conversation would probably be a good start. And you might have an advocate in her own daughter saying, Mom, I don't even want to go to a private school. I like the school that I'm in.
Right.
That would help out a lot.
And her feelings are really what matters. Your daughter, your stepdaughter, whatever she is to you. Your wife needs to just be quiet and let the stepdaughter tell you what she's thinking and feeling.
Wife be quiet?
It doesn't sound like she's going to be. I mean, that's the problem. And she is probably making an issue where there is none. Everybody's probably fine with this arrangement. 3 out of 4 are, but you have a very vocal wife who's like, no, the kids are getting treated equally.
See, that's the thing that scares me about marriage. When you are in a situation where everyone's on one side, and then the one person just says no because I don't like it and I don't feel like it and blah blah blah, and that's the final answer, and they don't budge, and everyone in the house knows they're insane and they're not budging.
Happy wife, happy life.
Oh my gosh, no!
It's a tough one to hear.
He can't take it.
That's what scares me.
Yeah, it should scare you. It's good that you're scared. You
The
should
married
be
guy.
scared.
The married guy's coaching you.
He's like, dude, don't do it.
Yes.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. Huh, so many people on meth. Ow!
Oh, yeah. Well, you talk about all the celebrities who have been out doing peaceful protesting, Virginia, which I think everybody would pretty much encourage. It has been all the looting and violence and vandalism is the stuff that nobody really seems to care for. And that's the tough stuff to explain, especially if you're a former congressman from Florida. You see Representative Tom Rooney, his 18-year-old son, decided to go out and graffiti BLM on the sign at the Trump National Golf Club.
I did.
Jupiter, yeah. He did it. They caught him on camera. He's just walking down the road there. Rooney! Hey, Rooney! Rooney! Yeah. So that was a tough one. He said that his son made a mistake. He paid the price for it, and he would be pleading guilty. So there you go.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, it's a lesson
Own
in
it.
accountability.
Yes, I like it.
Mm-hmm. This could be fun. They say hotels in Florida may act as shelters during hurricane season due to the coronavirus outbreak. The Florida Division of Emergency Management is trying to find alternate shelters that will allow people to socially distance during the hurricane season, which runs from June 1st to November 30th. And they surveyed hotels in the state, and several said that they would be willing to act as shelters during a hurricane. So I'd like to go ahead and put in my reservations for the Breakers if I could.
How does that work? Does the state pay your hotel then?
That's a great question. I don't know. Apparently, our federal governments and state governments are just printing money right now. So,
And Corona, people still, I mean, we're still talking about that? Any update on it?
Yeah, I think that's why. Like, I think they don't want a bunch of people in a shelter, right? Like laying in cots next to each other.
Yeah, and somebody had done a survey, and in the survey, 42% of people said that they were not going to, that they would not evacuate right now for a hurricane because of the coronavirus. So I think they're trying to find other options where they could get people out of compromised structures so that they would be safe and still keep them socially distanced for the coronavirus concerns.
Yeah, it's going to be tricky if we get a hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
I know they're trying to prepare now, but they really better hurry.
Because I know you had numbers on the corona. Because do you have any updated numbers on that? Have you been seeing any stories? Has it been subsiding?
Testing for the state of Florida has been at about 4.4%. In South Florida, it's a little bit higher. You have Palm Beach County, I think, at around 8%, and you have 10% in Miami-Dade that are testing positive.
Boy, someone does have stats. Very impressive.
There you go. Yeah, boom. Got all day long, baby.
Man.
Well, he's Kevin. Look at the hair.
The Kevin Ralston.
He knows.
Yeah, there are a couple things that are still popping up, and people are still talking about it, including people that are going to dental offices. My son Cannon went the other day, and I did not check the overall tab for this, but you could be hit with what's called an infection control fee that covers the cost of personal protective equipment that the dental staff now need to protect themselves. That includes the masks, face shields, gowns, and even air purifying systems. And they say the fee ranges between $10 to $20. And some patients say they were charged up to $150.
Yeah, you know, Kev, I saw another thing, and I wasn't sure if it was real or not. People were posting receipts, and there was this new corona charge on their receipts.
That's happening in some restaurants. Yeah, I'm hearing that some of the menu items, if you went back to your favorite restaurant, you'd be going, wait a minute, why is everything more expensive? Well, they're trying to offset some of the costs. And so by going, you may see a little COVID charge on some things. And dentists is one, restaurants is another that I've seen. There might be a lot of hidden COVID charges in some of the things you're getting now.
Well, I saw a fight break out because they asked a question to go, why is this happening? And then somebody attacked the person. Why do you have to question? People are sacrificing their life. You can't give $1, blah, blah. It's like, I was just asking a question. Social media.
So fun.
Yeah, hopefully we're making strides against the coronavirus and living your life. Researchers are saying now that portable handheld COVID-19 killing ultraviolet light devices may become a reality very soon. The gadgets emit high-intensity ultraviolet light and quickly disinfect targeted areas. So if you're walking into something, you can do it on the door handle and this and that, anything you might touch. They say that chemicals and the UV radiation is the two ways to kill the coronavirus, and quick.
Didn't we have one of those little doohickeys? I thought we had one. I brought one in here at one point. Somebody gave me one. I think I gave it to Denny's. I thought we had one of these UV blue kill-em-all lights.
We'll look for it.
Here comes Denny's.
Yeah, we do. I'll find it. It's like a wand. It was made fun of a lot when I first popped that thing
Oh,
out.
is that the one you told me I can't touch and look at? Because
You can't
it's gonna-
look into the light.
You
Yeah.
kept staring at
And
it.
what did I want to do?
You also should not touch it. Just for the
I-
record, if it's got a bulb,
Don't look into the light. Oh, I wanted to look in that light.
It's dangerous light.
He burned his retina.
You know, if Jaybird were a mosquito, he'd be the first thing drawn into that trap.
I can't help
Oh.
it.
It's
So
that shiny
quick.
blue light. I can't stay away.
It's hypnotic.
Jaybird is bad for you. It'll kill you. I don't care. Yeah, they say the problem is for some of the portable devices is getting a longer-lasting, energy-efficient, and environmentally friendly UV light that has good battery charge.
Okay, Denny's found it. Look, here it is.
Nice. Thanks, Denny's. I want to look at it. Oh.
Don't look at
I
it.
Look at it so bad.
Don't look at
Oh,
it.
it's so magical.
I don't know. I just
Get it
don't
away
feel
from me.
like it's as good as Clorox wipes. You know?
Agreed. That
Like,
thing's broken down. Get out of here. There's no way that thing's working.
I don't know. They're saying. I mean, they've done the testing on it. They say that and the chemicals are the two ways to kill it if you have an effective one.
It's got a double A battery in it. I feel like what really can a double A battery do to change my life?
I hate to say it, but I stand with the witch on this one. Give me the Clorox wipes.
This is
Yeah.
why I never bring this thing out.
Broke down lightsaber.
Damn, you brought it out. We yelled at you again.
You guys always.
I made you bring it out.
Shows you. Bring it out so I can yell at you.
That thing is broken down.
You guys always make fun of it.
Rightfully so.
So we're just pretty much hacks of our own material.
Well, what they're trying to sell you on is buying into the UV light concept because they say that they could disinfect larger areas with it. I don't think it'd be as expensive as using all the chemicals. You could do parks, theaters, buses, subways, maybe start getting people more into those spaces by selling you on UV light working in a place, getting a big old UV light that in between every movie we UV light the theater.
I bet they'll come up with a UV airplane. Fly over UV just areas.
Oh, so it was once chemtrails and now it's UV lights?
Is it that crazy?
Jaybird will stare up at the plane and crash.
I can't stare up. I have vertigo. I'll fall over.
Oh, geez, what a mess. We can't do that.
I double dog dare you to stare up at planes as they go overhead.
It's tough. I will fall over.
I gotta see this. We'll do it in the grass.
I get dizzy. I get really dizzy.
Oh my gosh, I need to see this. This sounds awesome.
Well, we got a couple of driving issues. One in Santa Cruz, California, where CHP officers there were kept busy after spotting a John Deere tractor on Highway 17. They said it was going 15 miles an hour with no lights on, and the driver refused to pull over. So they had a low-speed tractor chase. When they got him, they, of course, tested him for a DUI, which he was very intoxicated.
You ever drive a tractor before?
Yes.
They are fun.
They
you
are.
feel powerful.
I've never driven a tractor.
It is fun.
They're not all created equal. There's, the regular, smaller, fun little lawn tractors,
Oh.
and then there's the industrial.
I saw them because they had a whole tractor display at the South Florida Fair.
Yeah.
They had like 30 of them, and
Yeah.
people were climbing on them and looking at them. These
Yeah.
things are awesome.
That's farm boy fun for you, Virginia.
It is. When I was up at Chipola Junior College in Marianna, Florida, one of the farm boys let me drive one, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, they are. That's what we do for good times. That's how we entertain ourselves in the country. There was a guy that was driving in Vermont on Tuesday, and he threw a large pickle at a highway worker. Apparently hit the worker in the back, and the police reported saying it caused him pain, so the guy's facing assault charges with a pickle.
Okay.
I don't think if you had 10 pickles here, you could do whatever you wanted to me with those pickles. I don't think
Oh,
I'd
yeah,
feel
bend
pain.
over.
Chuck them as hard as you can.
I wasn't thinking that. I meant throwing them at me. There's no way it would hurt. You could not hurt me.
Yeah, if you got hit in the back with a pickle, there's no way it could do enough damage to hurt you, right?
I can honestly say you could even take a cucumber to my head, and I think I would be okay.
Sounds like when you do an experiment, put Jaybird on the side of the road, you drive by and chuck a pickle at him.
Bring it on. We have a lot of videos to do.
We have a lot of pickles. I have a
Good.
big thing of pickles at home. We can give pickles to everybody.
Get your biggest pickle and bring the pain.
That sounds very sexual. Just saying.
That T-shirt would sell well, really well. I know a couple of people that would buy it.
That's something you could use in the bedroom. Coming up here in a couple of minutes, we're actually going to be talking about what non-sexual term you use for sex.
Give him the pickle.
Yes, bring your biggest pickle and let's cause some pain. That might be one that fits into the next topic.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
Had some interesting comments that came in about some of the whacked out news stories that we had, including some of those COVID fees are going to start popping up. We'd heard about it at dentists, and somebody responded, say, yes, my son and I went to the dentist on Monday, and we were both charged a $10 fee for COVID-19. Somebody else at my nail salon raised their prices to cover their costs. Now they have to use more disposable products, and that does make sense. Everything from the shields to the disinfectants to everything else that, I guess, the costs are going to be passed on to you. Congratulations.
And I don't hate $10 if you can see that, okay, yeah, y'all built a plexiglass wall. That doesn't look cheap. Y'all are using new gloves, new masks, new everything, new files, each and every time. Yeah, $10 seems fair.
Oh, and maybe there are some packaged snacks in the lobby.
Probably not snacks included. But you said up to 100. If any place tried to come at me with $100 surcharge for the Corones, no, that's something you need to disclose before I go in there because I'm not going.
That one was in Austin, Texas, and you're right. You should have to disclose if you're going to be that astronomically high. You need to say there's going to be a $150 added on surcharge.
And then you will see nothing but the backside of me as I'm walking away.
Boy, people are really fighting and digging in their heels for that $1.30. They're like, I'm not paying $1.30. Why do I mean, this is what was going on social media.
$1.30, I get it.
Of course.
If they have more expenses to do business, I get it.
I get it too.
But don't try to take advantage of people and charge them $100 surcharge.
Yeah.
You better itemize that one.
See, that's what's going to happen though. Someone's going to do something. Not everyone's going to be cool, and then there's going to be you're going to get something where it goes $20 Corona fee for that. And
I better get a 6-pack of real Corona.
Yeah.
And there better be limes.
Talking about those blue lights that you might start seeing more of, the UV lights to disinfect and kill the coronavirus. Somebody texted and said, I was in Walmart a few weeks ago, and they had this large robot machine that was going up and down the aisles, shining a UV light on all the shelves. So that's maybe one of the things that will become a normal part of our society, seeing those things. And if they're selling them, saying that you can properly disinfect and kill the coronavirus and give peace of mind to your customers, then it would increase business and it would pay for itself. They may start popping up all over the place.
But it's a robot, too. It could turn on you.
Going to take over Earth.
Going to kill the customers.
Robot takeover.
What are they going to do with the blue UV light?
Just robots are taking over, Kev.
Okay. And somebody said, to back up Kevin on tractors being country boy fun, my hometown high school in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania, had drive your tractor to school day once a year.
That's adorable.
I bet they were excited for that, too.
Oh, absolutely.
And you park it in the parking lot like a car. I love it. That's so cool.
Sure.
Do you know what's the price of a decent tractor? What do they go for?
They're very expensive. If you go for the industrial, yeah.
We're talking 20.
No idea.
20
And I've
large?
never in my life priced an industrial-sized tractor.
They had prices on them at the South Florida Fair.
I would guess over $100,000.
Whoa, really?
Yes. I would not be stunned if you saw a price tag about 120.
Whoa.
It wouldn't surprise me. Industrial farming is...
You could get a Rolls Royce.
Do you like that Kenny Chesney song, She Thinks My Tractor's Sexy?
Not at all.
Terrible.
We hate it.
That's one of the worst songs
And
ever.
now we hate you for singing it.
And I love Kenny Chesney.
I do too.
Yeah.
But that's a horrific
That's
song.
my least favorite Kenny Chesney song. Yeah, that one's tough. Well, Jaybird threw out our first term. Was it bring your biggest pickle and let's see what kind of pain we can cause?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a Reddit question said, what non-sexual term do you and your significant other use for sex? Here are some of the top answers on Reddit. Let's cook the beef.
Okay.
I kind of like it.
Do you?
Yeah, I kind of like it.
It's got food in it.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
Let's warm up that oven.
I'm thinking of gross connotation, so I don't know if it's...
So, beef farts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fart's part of the equation.
Yeah, beef isn't the sexiest.
Let's cook the beef.
Food
I'm
to bring
imagining
in.
an act that is gross and is not the least bit sexy.
I'm all for food in the bedroom, but a beef or a beef stew wouldn't work.
Beef stew.
It's time to feed the cat.
Oh, I do like it.
Okay. I like that a lot better than let's cook the beef.
The cat loves pickles.
Somebody else said, steaming the oysters.
I don't know if I like that.
Again.
He's not a seafood guy.
Yeah, and steaming.
It feels
yeah.
like farts are involved again.
It's gross. I don't like it.
Couple other ones, trim the bushes.
That's old school. I respect it.
Or mowing the lawn.
Yeah.
That's a few little things that if you want to throw out code around the kids, especially for it's whoopee time, nookie time, whatever you want to call it.
Does anybody say whoopee anymore?
Somebody just text that in, yeah.
And they're 98 years old.
They probably are. Mm-hmm.
Wow, good for you. You're texting and you're 98?
That is impressive.
That's awesome.
Yes. Hopefully this isn't yours. Somebody texted in throwing a hot dog down the hallway.
Oh, no.
That's not very complimentary.
Definitely not.
That's not.
Don't let her hear you
That's
say that.
Not complimentary.
Do you and Panda have one?
As of recently, we did this thing to Rocco where we'll say, hey, you want to play hide and go seek? And then Rocco will go hide or we'll go hide, one of the two, but we'll go in the closet and try to sneak one in.
Wow.
But so, yeah, it's like, you want to play hide and go seek?
It's real quick because I know that kid's got a lot of energy.
Yeah.
But he's not the best at looking. Like, you'll be hiding somewhere and he'll walk right past you and not able to find you. So he walks past the closet like 10 times.
Interesting.
It is.
All right.
By the way, the person who texted in making whoopee said, hey, I'm 27.
Really?
They're pissed. Of course I text. I'm 27.
Making whoopee.
Yes. Okay. Let me see. Hurting the beaver. Okay. That's hurting, not hurting. I hope.
Please don't hurt it.
Well, the only thing about that one is, isn't that actually a term for it?
Hurting the beaver?
No, the B part. Don't some people actually call it?
They do, but that's just, if you're using kid code, Hey, it's time to go herd the beaver. But you wouldn't say, because the kid would be like, oh, we have a beaver? And then, it gets real weird from there.
Yeah, I don't know. If my dad said, all right, okay, I'm going to go herd the beaver, let's go, I'd be like, what is Dad doing to Mom? I don't know. We didn't have a beaver.
Somebody said...
Mama did.
Somebody texted in and said, ours is time for sushi.
I don't like that one either.
I don't know. I don't like any of these.
They all do it. A lot of them have food involved.
They really do. They got a lot of food connotations here. Okay, so people have some very interesting terms, and it does make sense, especially if you got kids around, you want to speak code, a non-sexual term that you're using for you and your significant other when you want to go get busy or just you're talking about it in conversation. Some fun little texts that we have here. Somebody said, yes, my wife and I, we call it throwing some sour cream on the taco.
More food. That is totally... That's actually pretty graphic.
That's a visual.
Oh my God.
I wasn't ready for that.
The creativity, though.
Yeah.
You got to give that guy points.
I should have reread that one.
I'm a fan.
There's so many food ones, and I really respect it.
Some of the ones you've heard before, bumping uglies. Somebody texted in here. Patching the walls. Okay. Nothing sexy about that. I guess it's safe, right?
You could say patching the walls in front of your kids.
Yes.
I don't think you could say bumping the uglies.
Yeah, I feel like, especially at a certain age, and some of these terms, they work to a certain age, and then the kids are like, okay, we get it.
We know what you're doing.
Yeah. Ours is make some noodle salad. Okay. We use sliding down the ice. And my husband says he's going to park the car in the garage.
That's a good one. I like
That
it.
is pretty good. Yes, and the question is, does he have a Prius or a Buick?
It's
And
always the
is it a
question.
one-car garage or do you have a two-car garage? Those are a lot of good questions.
Yeah, you're right. It's not always about the car. Sometimes the garage is real big.
Right.
Let's just go ahead and get that out there. It's not always about how big the car is.
Sometimes it's got a lot of stuff in it, like a rake, power tools.
Exactly.
Might be a lot of garbage in
I don't
that.
know. Sometimes the car is small.
Sometimes the car is small. Sometimes the
We're
garage.
going to just continue to fight about this because I think the garage is too big and you think the car is too small. I don't think we're going to be able to come to an agreement on that.
You're right.
Coming up here in just a bit on the KVJ show, went to the website FML again. If you think things look tough in your life, these are people that put up some frustrating moments that they have had in theirs. And we're going to play a fun little round of Who on the KVJ show would, coming up in minutes.
The KVJ Show. Mornings and the best variety of the 2000s, 10s, and today. 97.9 WRMF.
Yeah, you know what? There's a lot of insanity going on in the world. It is tough to see what is happening outside of our own windows at times. Maybe you've got your own little struggles that are going on inside of those windows. That's why it is sometimes refreshing to go to the FML website because people are posting things that's going wrong in their own lives, so maybe you feel a little bit better about yours. It's kind of a nice thing.
Yeah, somebody else has it worse.
Yeah, or you know what? It just lets you know everybody has struggles. We're all struggling.
Everybody's got struggles.
We are all in this together. And so, you know, sometimes when you hear somebody else's struggles, you're like, okay, I don't feel so bad.
All right, so it's going to be a pick-me-up.
It
I
is.
like it.
It's pick me up. One of the posts on the website said, my husband got home and shouted that he had a surprise for me. So from the bedroom, I shouted back that I hoped it was his massive manhood covered with strawberry lube. Nope. He'd actually picked up my grandparents for a visit. They're over 80, but they're not deaf.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
Strawberry lube?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Is that edible?
I have no idea.
Well, if it has to be. Why would it be strawberry?
Could be scented.
Oh, good. Yeah, you're okay. Good point.
A lot of questions there.
I feel like you could use strawberry topping that you put like on a sundae.
Yes. Or those frozen strawberries, but let them warm up a little bit. Let them warm up.
A lot of food in the bedroom talk today.
It has been.
Yes.
Can you tell we
Yeah.
didn't feed her yet?
I think Bird's
She's
hungry.
hungry.
He's hungry and horny.
There might be some truth in that.
Yeah. This one from the FML website says, I was working the front counter at McDonald's when an elderly lady came up to me and she whispered,
I just had the runs everywhere in your restroom.
Oh, no, lady. Not on my shift.
She then turned and walked out the door without making a purchase. And based on the back of her dress, I knew she wasn't lying.
Oh.
FML.
How do you handle that if you're the employee? Do you act like you never heard that and wait just for someone else to discover it? I think that's how I handle that one.
I think that's it. Yeah. Because if you act like you know about it,
Yeah.
you should be in there doing something.
Do not get involved. Just go on with your day.
You're right. Yeah.
Someone's going to discover it.
Yeah. And that's the person who's got to clean it.
You got to find a reek.
Yes. Somebody else posted up, I pulled an all-nighter writing a 60-page essay on the history of Australia. Upon final inspection of the assignment, I realized the essay was actually on Austria.
Oh, that is awful.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, man. Do you still turn it in? I think I still do.
They're so close. I mean, that is a mistake anybody could
60
make.
pages?
I turn it in and go, please, just grade me on whatever I wrote about.
Kangaroos.
This one says, I realize that anyone who claims they enjoyed spending quality time together with their spouse and children during quarantine is a big fat liar. My kids aren't even 10, but I can't wait for them to get houses of their own and move out. FML.
It's got to be a lot. If you are stuck all day with your family, doesn't mean you don't love them. It just means you're human.
Everybody's going to do something to work somebody else under that roof's nerves. It's going to happen.
I hung out with Panda on Saturday, and I could tell he needed to get away from the house.
You take him anytime. Y'all need more time.
Somebody else posted on the FML website, I forgot to pause the audio of my true crime podcast before signing into my Zoom meeting. Unfortunately, the podcast continued playing with the serial killer explaining the joys of rape and murder in his own words.
Oh, my.
Why is it so hard to stop audio when you're panicking?
You're right.
Stop. And so rape. What?
Oh, no. That's so funny.
That's terrible. It's just terrible. Somebody posted, my boyfriend convinced me to dirty talk with him. I'd never done it before, so I figured I would give it a go. I ended up getting so excited that I had an anxiety attack.
Oh.
FML.
Nah, you good. Have a stiff drink.
Somebody said, today all my credit cards were frozen due to fraud. The culprit? My own mother. She rationalized it by saying I owed her for raising me. She didn't even raise me, my grandma did.
Oh.
Double downing.
Gosh.
When your mom sucks.
Wow. That is terrible.
There's probably a website for that, too.
That hurts, man.
That does hurt. Well, there's been some really insane images on the news. Things where you're just like, wow, I can't even believe that I'm seeing what's going on here. And it took definitely a couple of days. Yesterday seemed to be better. Not saying it was flawless, but definitely better when it comes to the protests and the message, which is what is so important, the looting and all that stuff. There's nobody I know that I would listen to that is like, yeah, that's the way to go, man. No, it's not. But yesterday in South Florida, for the most part, everything I was seeing, it seemed like everything was peaceful. 200 people peacefully marched through downtown West Palm yesterday, and they had activists at the Boca Town Center, and that was all good. And they had some officers taking a knee down with the protesters, and the whole crowd was going crazy. And it was really, yesterday on the show, we were just talking about the unity, and that's just really what it's going to take in this country to start healing some of the wounds. And you saw some things that were starting to emerge from this, and that really has got to be what it is. Sure, there's going to be negatives on the side. There are going to be people that are going to be doing it wrong of all races, creeds, colors, everything else that you could possibly do. But, to me, that's why the magnifying glass has got to be on the people that are doing it right. And there were a lot of people that were doing it right, and thankfully giving us something to point out and to talk about. They had some drone footage of 50 cops in North Carolina that were actually linking arms with the protesters that were out there. And so it's really kind of cool to see that, to say, hey, we hear you, we understand you. Yeah, we want a better America. We want a better system as well. And it's kind of saying almost physically that we're going to commit to this as well. The Tennessee National Guard was set up in front of the state capitol on Monday. They were in full riot gear, but the protesters were peaceful, and they started calling for them to lay their riot shields down, and they did. And so they kind of got down there with them. That to me has been some of the best images that I've seen. Just even some of the protesters that are just overcome with emotion, that are crying on a cop's shoulder.
And they're hugging,
Yeah.
and they're talking, and they're listening, and just, that is beautiful stuff.
It's what it should be. There was a white cop in Shreveport, Louisiana that hugged and comforted a black protester who was crying, and somebody posted that video on Twitter. And that, to me, that's the stuff I like to see. I've had enough of all the other nonsense. I just can't even watch it anymore.
The violence and
The
all
violence,
that. Yeah,
the looting and all that.
I'm with
you
you.
can't justify any of that. That stuff has to stop. And I've been encouraged by seeing some of the peaceful protesters that have actually stood up to the looters and the vandals. And the one video I love was where they had somebody who was chiseling away a sidewalk, and the peaceful protesters actually got him and brought him to the police, and they arrested him.
Good.
I was like, that was great. I love seeing that. That's what it's all about. Be like going, you're not going to tarnish our message. We have a message. We have a right to be heard. That's just America. And so don't cloudy the waters.
You are going to mess this up and make it violent.
Yeah.
And they don't want that.
It's so touch and go right now in American society that you can't muddy the waters. You just need some clarity. You need some positivity. There was a group of protesters in Louisville that formed a human chain to protect a cop who got separated from his unit.
I saw that. That was beautiful.
Yeah. That was really kind of cool. And I love this too. There's a group in Brooklyn that blocked the doors of a CVS to stop people from looting it. And
There's been a bunch of those videos. People blocking a bunch of stores to say you're not doing this.
yeah,
Stop.
that's not why we're here. This is not it. We're not out to just cause anarchy. We're out to get a message across. That's really the way to handle it. What was fascinating to me was looking at all these other countries that have joined in on this as well. It really is pretty fascinating. Mexico, Canada, the UK, Australia, Germany, France, Italy, Denmark, New Zealand, Brazil, even Syria had their own protests that was going through the streets. And it kind of lets you know, really, the rest of the world pays great attention to America.
Oh, yeah.
They're watching us. Let's not blow this.
They do. American culture is so prominent in every other country in the world that they are watching to see what we're doing. And we have a chance to really kind of do it right and set the tone. And so that's why, to me, this is everybody. Everybody in America. Let's do our best to do it right. Let's not try to find things to fight about. Let's try to find things that we can find common ground on, understand each other, and be like, okay, let's try to make it better for everybody. I think it's really cool, too, to see some of the videos of people that are coming out and helping their local businesses and the owners clean up from the looting and the rioting that's happened, saying, hey, you're not in this alone. We understand, unfortunately, your business got trashed, but as a community, we're going to help you rebuild it.
Yeah, a lot of volunteer brigades are hitting towns the day after the protests that got ugly and cleaning and just trying to put everything back together as quickly as they can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was a former firefighter who opened up a sports bar in Minneapolis, and the looters just destroyed the place. And he did an interview, and of course he's emotional with it. I mean, this is his livelihood. And he's just like, I don't know what to do. I know some of them have been like, is the insurance going to cover? I don't even know.
Right.
Do I have looters insurance? Maybe not. And so people started donating to a GoFundMe, and now he has over $1 million to rebuild.
Wow.
Yeah, I
that's
know, right?
beautiful.
Yeah, it is. So there's a lot of beautiful things happening in this, and trust me, if you just plug into the news networks, man, they just love the negative. That's it, man. They cannot get away from it.
Big time. Well, I mean, just not only the news, certain publications just want to send...
Divisiveness sells.
Trying to divide.
And that's a dangerous thing. And I trust me, I understand. It's so easy to get caught up in it. It's so easy to get emotional, and then you want to get in there and, wallow around and start fighting and all that stuff. To me, I'm trying to catch myself. I'm trying to take a deep breath, because you're only human if you get emotional with some of the stuff that you read. But I'm trying to pull myself back and say, look, what is the message here? That, to me, is unity and trying to find a better place. I want America to be the best place on planet Earth to live, and I can be a part of that.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing, too, some people are sharing stuff and saying this is going on right now, and you look, and they're getting people fired up, and it's not, what they're sharing is not even a real story, and people are getting mad.
Just remember, you are going to see bad. You're going to see a lot of stuff that's going to make you angry. This isn't a scorecard. It's not about who's got more of this or who's done with that. Just understand, I look at it, I'm like, yeah, that's not doing it right. I look at it, I got to dismiss it mentally, and I got to move on and say, here's what the true mission is. The true mission is building a better America, where we can live up to the documents like the Constitution, like the Pledge of Allegiance that we had set forth. You can be a part of that by helping steer people in the right direction with you. Be like, let's not lose focus of what we want to try to do. So don't get caught up in the negative and then start fighting, because it's not going to do anybody any good.
Over the weekend, I'm Googling all these stories because people are going on social media. This is happening, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, did this just happen? And it never happened. It was creating a bit of a panic on certain, just adding on more fuel.
No, exactly. Just stay away from the flames and remember what is truly important with this. It is a game of easy choices here. It's just one or the other. Like, which one is better, soup or salad? Well, you would think it would be easy, but that actually was one of the toughest debates that we had on the KVJ Show Twitter. If you're not following us and you're on Twitter, what are you doing? Come on, just go find KVJ Show and follow along right now. That is the closest one. Like, about 300 people sounded off on that. And listen how close the voting is. 52% are saying soup. 48% for salad.
Soup, there it is.
Soup, there it is.
That's my dream restaurant. Opening up Soup, there it is.
Okay.
You also be able to get some sandwiches.
I feel like I am going to go salad, because I think there's more varieties of salads that I like.
Nobody is shocked that the diet pansy is taking some...
Well, you got to think, you got Greek salads, you got taco salads.
Taco salad is not really.
You got
like
tuna
healthy.
salad.
When's the last time
you would not eat a taco salad?
Yeah, when's the last time you ate a Greek or a taco salad, Fat Kevin?
A Greek salad not long ago. I eat Greek salad all the time.
He eats Greek. He
All
would
the
not
time.
eat a taco
But he
salad.
eats that Greek. He turns into a weak salad though, because he don't eat no real Greek.
Yeah, I do. I actually go to a really Greek place, and I'm like, give me a Greek salad, and I eat what is there.
You get the weak Greek.
Oh, I do.
He just wants to fight with you.
Yeah, you're right. What am I doing, Virginia?
You're fighting with him in his arena. It's food. What are you doing? You'll never win.
So that one was close. I believe the voting still might be open, so maybe you could change that if you're a passionate salad person like I am. You know what? Yeah, and I didn't even vote yet, so I'm going to try to change that.
But do you like soup?
I do. I do like soup. I just feel like there is more varieties of salads that I like, and I definitely eat salad a lot more frequently than I eat soup.
I feel like you're like a mushroom soup kind of guy.
I love a good mushroom soup. Now, the thing that, is kind of interesting depending upon where you are in my diet, sometimes I've stayed away from some because the soups that I like, of course, are the ones that aren't good for you. You can get a good lobster bisque or something like that.
I love a bisque.
A creamy base, like a cheese soup.
Oh.
They put like a little bit of broccoli in it, and it's so warm and gooey.
I love taking big clumps of bread and then shoving it in my soup and then letting it marinate. And then you have, at the end of your soup, you've got big like soup pillows.
Soup pillow nuggets of
Yes.
bread.
Oh, and it's so good.
My vote didn't change anything.
Oh, man.
Still early, baby.
Denny's must have cut you off.
No,
Good.
it's in there. It
Got the
registered.
soup agenda going.
So anyway, the numbers stay on that. What do you think? Which is better, Waffle House or Cracker Barrel?
It's not even
Waffle
close.
House.
Waffle House.
Yeah.
Now, I will say Crackle Barrel's got good atmosphere there. Cracker Barrel.
It's not
I
Crackle.
always call it Crackle.
I know.
It's pretty amazing, isn't it?
If they're listening, they're like, really?
I'm a fan. They have good atmosphere at Cracker Barrel.
I got to tell you right now, it is not even close. Crackle Barrel is at 77%, Waffle House at 23%.
Whoa.
Food's better at Waffle. Atmosphere's better at Cracker Barrel.
Okay, what would you say, 4th of July or St. Patrick's Day? Which is better?
4th of July. I mean, not 4th of July. St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patty's Day, I have more fun.
Me too.
4th of July is more of a family thing.
And it's really hot here in July. It's still kind of nice. St. Patrick's Day, you can be outside day drinking.
Yeah, fireworks scare me.
I don't remember a 4th of July where it wasn't pretty much cloudy and we had a massive thunderstorm sometime in the afternoon in South Florida.
I've had some fun St. Patty days.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Weather here is fantastic. It's beautiful, sunny, cool.
Most of my best days was with this show. I love you guys.
We know.
Yeah. We've as a show, we've celebrated St. Patrick's Day a lot harder than we have 4th of July.
Yes.
Probably harder than any other holiday. We celebrate that's been our day.
But I was surprised when we asked which is better. 4th of July's got 86%, and maybe that's just a big old vote for USA. And I get that.
And I get that, too.
14% for St. Patrick's Day. Which one is better, Sesame Street or The Muppets?
This is easy for me.
Okay.
Oh, they talk in the Muppets.
Yeah, the Muppets are just funnier. You can enjoy the Muppets into your adulthood. And don't even get me started about the Muppet Babies. Those are awesome, too.
I feel like the Muppets roll with the punches better than Sesame Street does.
You have a very small window of enjoying Sesame Street.
You got Snuffleupagus bringing the whole party down. It's like, all right.
Yeah. Well, you got a couple depressing Muppets as well.
Who is depressing in the Muppets?
You got those two obnoxious guys.
The old guys?
They're very negative.
I don't think they're depressed. I think they're negative, but I don't think they're depressed.
Gonzo tries to be happy, but he's a little sad. But I like him.
I disagree with both of you. I think Gonzo's very happy.
Gonzo listens to sad country.
With his chickens.
Okay, the Muppets are winning big time, 68% to 32%.
I was shocked that their show didn't do well. The adult kind of version of the Muppets, it didn't hit.
And the one that we just launched here, which one is better, Game of Thrones or Walking Dead? I tried out Walking Dead. I didn't make it more than like an episode or two. Game of Thrones, I was disappointed with the last season, but I would vote Game of Thrones. What will you be, Jaybird?
Thrones. I can't say I've given the zombies enough attention, but I'm still locking in with Zones.
With what?
Thrones. It's the 10 o'clock hour. I don't do well.
He didn't do so great in the 9.
I'm having a rough year on the microphone.
How's your ankle? Did you really bust it up?
I did, yeah.
Oh, I think he broke his ankle.
I didn't break
that
it.
Snap that I heard during the bit we did earlier, I thought it was the stool. It was his ankle.
Try not to complain about my injuries. People don't like it. They don't like when I bitch about what hurts.
Just add that to the tab.
Yeah.
Oh, this is an interesting email that we got from Eileen, one of our KVJ Nationers here, and she'd like to get a little bit of feedback on this. She said, I currently have an old school friend that I keep in touch with from time to time. We grew up together, but she moved an hour away, and we sort of aren't as close anymore. Well, the other day, I logged onto my Twitter, and I noticed that I had gotten a notification that a contact of mine was now on the platform. When I saw the picture, it seemed very sketchy because it's a picture with a woman and her legs are open.
What?
All right.
What kind of friend is this girl?
I clicked on it as I was curious to see which of my friends it could be. And as I go deeper into the page, I discovered it's my childhood friend's Twitter. However, it's an account that says that it's a husband and wife account that were looking for a, quote, good time.
Oh, my.
Amongst the posts, I saw private pictures and videos of her and him having sex. It seems so strange because my friend never seemed to be the type that would want to air out her videos online, especially now that she is 8 months pregnant. I have a feeling that either her husband is a scumbag and posted videos meant for just the two of them online for public viewing without her consent, as there are all these pictures and videos before her pregnancy. I'd like to somehow let her know in the case that she isn't aware or if perhaps she got hacked. But my sister thinks that she legit created the account because my Twitter page notified me it was one of my contacts.
I agree with the sister on this.
My husband wants me to mind my business as well, but it's eating away at me. What if my friend didn't consent to these videos? I would not judge her if she did, but the what if is killing me inside.
I'm going to go ahead and say I definitely think she probably consented to the videos.
And
you'll be surprised how many people are doing this, Kev.
Your husband is right. It's really none of your business. This will play out. If you're getting it, everybody's going to be getting it. You guys just reconnected.
I'm telling you, this woman is into this. She's they sounds like they do some amateur porn.
It sounds like they're fishing.
We know somebody that we couldn't believe it. If you go on Pornhub, they have videos on Pornhub. You would never know that.
We do?
But you don't know them, but me and Denny's knows them.
What's their name?
I'll send you a link.
I do know them?
No,
or
you
I
don't. No, I'll send you a link.
But should she at least say, hey, if you're doing this, it's fine. I'm just, want to make sure that you were aware in case you got hacked or you were not aware.
The way I look at it, if I'm tight with somebody, I mean, everybody in this room and in that room, you guys are some of my best friends and family. If I see anything and we're tight and we're friends, I'm going to have no problem bringing something up to you and go, Virginia, there's a video. Did you know about this?
But if you guys aren't tight, if you're just acquaintances that now reconnected many years after you were friends.
It's an old childhood friend that I keep in touch with from time to time. We grew up together, but she moved an hour away, and we sort of aren't as close anymore. That defines the friendship.
There's a lot of people who are really into putting this stuff up. And they have a lot of guidelines on what you can put up and what you can't put up.
If I was you, I would stay out of it.
Don't even just be like, hey, I saw your Twitter account.
No, I wouldn't even say that.
Yeah, if they have a Twitter account, they're into this.
Could it not be possible what she's thinking, that maybe she either got hacked or her husband is a scumbag and did this to her and she doesn't know?
Well, either way, I'm inserting myself now into their drama, and she's going to tell him that I told her, and then it's a whole thing.
Well, anybody could tell you. It's on Twitter.
I don't want to be involved in whatever freaky monkey stuff they're doing. I don't even want her to know that I saw it. Now, I will go back very periodically, probably once a week, and look and see what she's up to on this dirty Twitter.
You just will be shocked of people who live their everyday life, what freaks they are.
I'm looking at one.
No, I would never post a video online.
Okay, so for Eileen, what's everybody's vote? Virginia, you don't get involved, you don't say a thing.
No, but I do keep checking back and follow her on dirty Twitter. But I don't follow. I don't hit the follow button. I just check it out all the time.
If I'm tight with my friend, I bring it up and pass and go, oh, I got that alert on Twitter. Boy, what's going on with that? Or I just don't get involved because I just think that I think you got a couple here that likes to show off the goods.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm with you guys. I'm not going to say anything.
You would definitely not say anything.
I would not.
You would run from this.
Yeah.
You would say something to us.
No, he might not.
No, if Kevin saw a video of me on Pornhub,
Oh
there's no way
it-
Kevin's
oh
not
yeah,
saying
no. If it were
something.
you guys, but you're right. It's how close you are. I'm trying to
Right.
think of, maybe one of my, and I can't think of any of my high school friends that I probably, if I saw this, would, reach out to them and be like, hey, I saw your stuff on Twitter.
I
Ugh."
mean, you look at it, but you don't tell them you looked at it.
Yeah, I wouldn't want them to know that I've seen that because
Right.
it's either way. It's completely embarrassing that I've seen it, or it's like, hey, did you like it? And it's like, don't, no, don't,
Now,
no.
now I got stuck in your sticky spider
Y-
web.
We're not going to be those kind of friends. That ain't going to happen.
And Twitter, man, they let it fly on Twitter. I can't believe how many boobs are on Twitter.
I was surprised. There was the last couple of days, or maybe the last week, there's been a few graphic tweets that I've seen.
Maybe it's
that-
all who you're following because I don't see any boobs
Not
ever on
only
my
was-
Twitter.
Kevin, not only was there boobs, it was some of this.
I didn't.
A
Yeah,
little bit of this.
it was on our. Well, on
Old
our,
guy bending over?
Well, the thing is on our KVJ, what we do is we follow back, and so I was on the KVJ. We follow everybody back that follows us. And I was just scrolling through. I was like, "Whoa, it was one of those furry things."
Really?
Yeah, it was a naked girl that had on like a furry head, and somebody was petting her with a furry glove,
Wow.
Somebody likes
and
it.
it showed
Stop speaking for
it showed
me.
everything. You want me to talk slower?
If you could.
Can you send in the link?
Can you talk slower and
This
turn
is
off
the most he's paid attention to me all day.
Can you turn off
He's
her
hanging on every word.
Every word. He's actually listening to me for once.
But like what you're talking about, sometimes you'll just follow people and not realize who you're following.
Yeah.
And there's this one girl, not only is there a little bit of this, there is some more of that. There's
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
And that's right on Twitter.
Right on Twitter, Kevin.
Huh. I guess they don't have those guidelines like Facebook.
She knows you're watching.
Yeah.
She knows a
you
lot.
like
She's
it.
got a lot of followers. I didn't realize it.
There you go. All right. Well, now all of a sudden we're going to have all these porn accounts. They'll follow back.
We know you like it.
Uh-huh.
KVJ Show is all over social media. Find us Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
There's going to be a lot of tough decisions that we're going to have to be making over the next couple of weeks, 2 months, about where we have ourselves set when it comes to coronavirus. I just saw a post by somebody who was saying, yeah, I ventured out and saw somebody that was a business partner or associate and basically an authority kind of figure to this person, and they put their hand out and said, I'm not afraid to shake hands. And they're like, so I shook their hand, and then as soon as the conversation was over, I ran to the bathroom, washed my hands while singing Happy Birthday over and over again.
Yeah, dude jumped right in the elevator with me this morning.
Yeah.
No mask on, nothing.
And we are going to start creeping out into public a little bit more. And you're going to be out there, and that's when you're going to be faced with, oh, wow, okay. Where do I get to the point where I'm like, okay with taking everything? Like, my sales call the other day was very fascinating to me because I had handshaking going on. I had people not wearing masks, and we were just kind of like chilling. And I had done another, I was telling Virginia earlier, I had done another sales meeting where there's about maybe 4 people in that one. And this was about a month and a half ago. And I wore a mask the entire time, and I was the only one. And it was very odd. And even then I felt like an oddball. And this time I started talking, and it was muffled, and they couldn't hear me, and I took my mask off. I'm like, all right, I don't know where I'm set on all this stuff.
I don't know what's going on.
I just don't.
The world's gone crazy.
I really don't. And it's really kind of interesting. There's just so many different categories. It's like you could probably divide everybody up into 5 different levels of where they are. And you have the people that it's non-existent. That would be maybe level 1, where it's like it's not like anything has ever happened. There are people that are that. They're not wearing masks. They don't care about shaking hands. They'll hug anybody. They're living their life. They're doing anything like they've never heard the word coronavirus. And then you got level 5. And you got people that in that level are probably, they're not leaving their house ever. They're just introverts, and they're like, I'm not coming out for anything. Level 4 is probably the people that are wearing their masks even when they're driving in their own car. Yeah, it's probably a level 4 person. And I was reading this advice. Researchers from Harvard University, they studied the risks of passing coronavirus through sex. And now they say that couples should wear masks while having relations, avoid kissing, and shower before and after they get it on to be as safe as possible.
That ain't never gonna happen.
Well, I wonder, is it going to happen if there is somebody that is to that level? And remember yesterday in the Whacked Out News, I told you they passed a law in Great Britain that basically makes it illegal to have relations with anybody that's not in your household already.
The whole mask thing and having sex is very silly. You mean to tell me during the thrills of passion, oh, make sure my mask falls off when I'm just peeing. You think it's going to...
And I pee on it, and then I put it back on.
You think I'm going to stay? It's going to stay
I've been
on.
wearing a pee mask for days.
Just saying, you think it's going to stay on if these hips ain't lying? I don't think so.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm wondering. I bet there are people that are said that have read that, and that will be what their lovemaking is all about. They will have masks on and keep masks on, especially if they have, let's say, for instance, you are out going to work, you're dating somebody that has their own place, and they're going out to work, and they're doing their own thing, and you meet up and hook up maybe once every week or once every 2 weeks. Then you may say, hey, I don't know where you've been in the last 13 days, so let's wear the mask. Let's do everything that the Harvard researchers tell us.
This is the silliest.
You don't think there's one person out there doing it?
I'll never live in absolutes. Only a
Yeah.
Sith lives in absolutes. But your average person, if they are getting it
I agree,
on,
your average is not.
they are not having a mask on.
This ain't
They
an
need to
average
have
discussion.
A Jimmy hat on is what they need to have.
I'm looking at the not so average. I'm looking at the most extreme. Is there somebody that is that's even set tweakier than Virginia? And we thought Virginia's...
Tweaky people don't have sex like that. If you are tweaky and you're freaked out about this and that,
Yeah.
there ain't no way you are...
Hooking up.
Exactly. You're just not.
Unless you've kept your eye on that person. And in your scenario, when that person goes to work
Yeah.
and they come back around, they're like contaminated.
Sure, yeah.
Freaky people don't deal with contaminated people.
Well, I had that survey on Friday, and I believe that a lot of people are doing what that survey said, and you are weighing the desire versus the risk. And that's really it. So you have the desire of relations versus the risk of coronavirus, and then what does your scenario look like? And that's, I think, how we're processing everything.
Now, if you want to use the mask for a role-playing idea.
Naughty nurse.
There's endless ideas you could do, because I've seen some very creative masks out there. You could do a whole G.I. Joe. I'm part of Cobra. You're from the Joes. Oh, hello, G.I. Jane. See what I'm saying?
If the person you're hooking up with is not that cute, you can say, wear a mask, I'm afraid of corona, but really it's just because they're ugly.
Yeah, and then put these goggles on too, Kev.
It's you don't want to get the corona in your eye, so wear these big glasses.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe I get self-conscious now. I've got a great body but a questionable face, and they've asked me to wear a mask. What's going on here?
Is it insulting if you're hotter with the mask on?
Yeah, so the people who are set the highest, where are our level 4s and 5s? Anybody say, yeah, no, I totally would wear a mask during sex right now?
Level 4s and 5s, they're not having sex.
They're out there.
They're not. They're just not. If someone has been rogue or random or going to work, they're not letting those people back in their bubble. They're certainly not going to jump on them and gyrate.
Yeah, you're at a 3 these days. Virginia was at a 5.
You're right.
Well, I'm trying to figure out where she is, because a 1 is totally cavalier. I'm trying to figure out where I am, and I'm not going out anywhere that doesn't have to do with work. All the fun things I used to do, my social unnecessary trips are not happening.
Okay, what would you...
But I will, if I'm in a salesman, I'm probably at a level 2.
I didn't go out yesterday for fun. I had work stuff I had to do, but I had to go around people I haven't been around before or in a while.
Right.
And one of them was wearing a mask, and I was not.
Okay. Yeah, you might be level 3 then.
I think I'm at a level 1. I'll wear a mask because I'm trying to be cool with other people. But
that's all I'm doing.
If I didn't have a mask on...
But you're not going anywhere else. I think you and I are both level 2.
I'm grocery store bird. I go to the grocery store
I do too.
A lot. And I shop hard.
We don't doubt you have a big bill.
But you're right. That's all I've really done. Gas station here or there.
Yeah. I wouldn't put you at level 1. Because you're not out there like some of them are just, I'm living my life.
Oh, they're back at the bar doing shots.
Yeah, you're aware of it, so you're level 2, I would say.
Okay.
Now, the person I think that is wearing the mask while they're driving, is anybody doing that?
I have neighbors that do that.
Yeah, my mother-in-law does that. I would put her maybe to level 4.
But I sometimes think that they forget to take it off because I drive a lot. Sometimes I'll have my mask on and I forget to take it off until I start to not breathe well.
Do they look at you weird if you drive through a bank teller?
Maybe. If they don't know you.
Not anymore. I think it's common now.
Drive-through, though, I mean, you can't really hold the place up.
Drive-throughs?
You can't hold up anything in a drive-through bank teller.
You could.
You're out of your mind.
They got that thick glass.
Yeah, I got.
You can't hold up a bank in the drive-through.
I'm not going to say it, but I know how.
Yeah, I know how to do too.
How?
Well, we don't want copycats, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Yeah.
The teller just has to walk away and go, no, sorry.
No.
She don't. Man, thank goodness we're not robbing a bank together. Boom.
Yeah.
Kevin gets it.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and guess what? That the person that they also say there's something else around the building as well.
Cats.
Yeah.
Bushes.
I've planted 20 cats around your bank. Give me money or else.
These cats are mean.
That's right.
No.
Okay, Virginia definitely got that one wrong.
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay, let's try it. One quick thought on this. We're talking about where you're set. I believe there are maybe 5 levels of how you feel and how you protect yourself from coronavirus. And 5 would be the person that they just will not leave their house for any circumstances whatsoever. I think Virginia's probably set at a level 3 now. I'm at a level 2, which means that I'll go out, kind of do my thing, but I'm not going out for social activities yet. Business meetings I will do, and if I'm the only oddball wearing a mask now, I will take it off and I will shake hands.
I did do a social activity over the weekend, though. I went over to someone's house and hung out with people I have not hung out with.
Okay.
So that knocked me down.
No.
You're not
you didn't
complete.
go out.
Level 1 is completely cavalier. And somebody's trying to say, I'm level 0, I have no... But yeah, to me, I think level 1 is you don't care. You're completely cavalier. That's why I think you're showing a little bit of caution. Like I said, there's green light, yellow light, red light.
Someone texted that, and I'm a 0.
Yeah.
I'm level 0.
Yeah, I'm level 0.
Okay.
Corona's not real.
We're so proud of you. You're so tough.
He's very tough.
We're all impressed. I'm sure you're hung like a horse.
Yeah, well, you're talking about...
Real man.
Harvard University saying that now if you're going to have any kind of relations... You need to wear a mask, avoid kissing, and shower before and after you get it on to be as safe as possible. So I was like, okay.
Whatever. I'm not buying this weird list.
Somebody said, would you rather have an STD or coronavirus?
Coronavirus.
I agree.
Well, it also, too...
Depends on which STD, too. Like, aren't some of them weak? Like...
Yeah, if you're talking like a PL, pubic lice, very, very curable, I would say that is on, that's a slap on the wrist.
Right. That's easier in coronavirus. But pretty much all the other ones,
It depends, too. But yeah, give me corona, I think.
I'm going to take my chance. If you had to say, and you don't know, because there are levels of coronavirus, too. We're hearing the people that sometimes don't even know they had it.
I'd rather have a low level of corona than a high level of
But right now,
gonorrhea.
you're not going to know. So when it's like, okay, STD or corona...
I think I take the corones over the gonzorrhea.
Gonzo?
Gonorrhea.
I agree with you. Different ways. All right, well, we've got an After the Show podcast coming up live on Facebook and YouTube. Jaybird, to get us there, wrap it up with our thought for the day.
Know how to listen, and you will profit, even from those who talk badly. Oh.
No.
Good job, Bird.
Wait, what? Can you read that again?
Know how to listen, and you will profit even from those who talk badly.
Oh, okay. All
yeah.
right. I guess. I mean, it's not your best work.
If you don't get it, that means it's very wise. That's how that works.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it'll hit you
Is
around.
that how it works?
It'll hit you around noon.
That's how it works, Gonzo?
You'll be like, damn.
Should we get wise at noon?
That's wise, Bird.
Yeah.
The KVJ Show mornings and the best variety from the 2000s, 10s, and today for your workday.